bum, ba ba ba. Oh, that's caught up around there. Okay, so I came back. So I did that all on my own. I'll come back. So I'm just going to refresh this thing. What piece of hair loose? And then I'll know what's going on. So at the moment I don't really know what's going on. So get rid of that. Get rid of that. And see that. It takes me a second, you see, because I just pressed the live button. Normally I don't bother pressing the live button. I kind of do this bit slowly. So anyway, hello everybody and welcome back to part 2. I hope you've enjoyed your break. I've had a nice break. I had a drink. And that's about as far as we went. Pop-up chat. So for this half of it, it's going to be running some stuff. Now I'm going to be honest guys, wasn't really planning to run the model railway, so I don't have that much stuff out. The only loco that's ready to hand is this one because, well, I haven't really put it away. And there's some odds and bits of stock around, so we'll run this a bit. And also I'm going to have a go at building this big old thing here. I'll just leave the loco running. And we'll do kind of like tales with Lawrie questions, and yeah, the kind of gubbins that we normally do. So talk about stuff, chat about stuff, yeah, whatever you want really. And sure, I had another wagon. I do have another wagon. And we'll sit around, chat, tell stories around the campfire until midnight, at which point we'll be like, that's that. Oh, hello. There we go, it's better. So, hope everyone can hear me, hope everything's okay. Yeah, your basically items that we have to run. Make sure that's in the right place. What we've got to actually run and play with this evening is the pug, 2 Mark 1s, one of which is slightly melted, and a selection of wagons. These. So it's not going to be particularly exciting, I'll be honest. I wasn't expecting to do this. My plan involves building a kit which is far more complicated than I thought it was going to. So we'll open that. Apart from that, your options are change the stock around, try and build this, or ask me questions, or we can just sit down and listen to stories. Story requests. I thought you were elsewhere, son. I didn't think you were joining us, but you know, never mind. Midnight for me will be like 9 PM for you. Yeah, well, it's one of those things. I'm afraid like midnight for me will be good enough. This is the latest we've streamed, so we're going with. Are you going to review your model fire engine? Well, I mean, this is bought for by a friend of mine, and you've probably seen it in the last video. It is, of course, a Dennis RS. Now, it's obviously not a Norfolk one because it's yellow and the lights are in the wrong position. It's a Norfolk thing to have one there and the other one over here, which would get in the way of this ladder that it's got. Apart from that, it's pretty similar to mine, although mine's got 2 ladders on the back, and this one appears to be foreign plated, and don't know what it is, but they are cool, aren't they? It's nice having a Dennis RS. It also makes you realise how big a steam engine is when you consider, like, roughly to scale. I know that it's not the right scale, but we have a steam engine there and Dennis RS there. You know, oh yeah, a pug, which is a tiny steam engine, would be massive in comparison. So there we go. Yeah, off we go again. Let's just stick a brake van behind that as well because we can. So hello everybody. Hope everybody's okay. Hope everyone's having a nice evening. I hope that some of you are joining us. Kind of, this is something to make your evening a bit more entertaining than it not being, you know, well, otherwise, because it's potentially a little bit grim at the moment, isn't it? So, is anybody up to anything exciting? Is anybody doing what I'm doing? Anybody else kind of running model stuff and just enjoying doing not much on New Year's Eve? It's a bit of a weird one, this one, isn't it? So I'll tell you what we will do. What has been your favourite moment of LMM this year, guys? In the comments, let me know what's been your favourite moment. And you're welcome, guys. Again, I'm now paying full attention to the comments amongst doing other stuff. So if I do miss something you say, just post it again and I will respond to it as best I can. And we'll go with that. Did you know there's an SS with tilting cab? Yes, the SS has the tilting cab, and it's much better than the stupid system on my one that doesn't tilt. I mean, I love Jupiter, don't get me wrong. I love Jupiter to pieces, but it is a stupid boxy design, isn't it? That it doesn't have a tilting cab. South Carolina, nice. Staying up till New Year, me too. Favourite part of LMM, the videos. Cheers, Charles. Lawrie goes, look, loco. Okay, that's cool. Driving the Great Western 060. Oh, that was a lovely day. Any particular what's broken now, or just anything? Jupiter Rises was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed doing Jupiter stuff. I really enjoyed taking it out on Christmas Day. That, honestly, guys, is something I've been wanting to do for a long time now. And to actually take it out on Christmas and take it for a run was fantastic. I really, really enjoyed that. Lawrie took the Orange Express. Ah, thank you, Stuart. I'm really sad that video was. I was so excited to do that, and it never did very well. Not many people have seen it comparatively, and I'm really disappointed by that because I loved doing that. It was amazing. Your favourite bit hasn't aired yet. Yeah, yes, I know which one yours is. Everything was the best moment. Well, that's very kind of you. Thank you. All the different locations. Oh, thank you, David. It was a really... the Sunday was a really good day. The Saturday was very wet. It was very, very, very wet. Oh, yes, as Sanaru has linked, we have new merchandise like T-shirts and all sorts... Well, a lot of new T-shirts in the store and mugs and things. And... yeah, if you want to help support the channel, we make, I think it's about £1 on most things, or £1, £2 on everything in the shop. It's not an awful lot of money that we make. But if you want to help support us, that's great. And also, you know, share the good message of LMM. That'd be lovely. Driving the steam engine Belgian. Oh, yes, the engine was brilliant. The Skytrip was very good as well. What would you like to try loaf-wise? Everything. If I can, I'd like to just, I like engines. So anything, really. I'd like to do some big mainline steam, really, but, you know, I will be around in 2021, hopefully. Lemon stores make me feel positive about your convertible Tiger. Yep, that's, yeah, that sounds like one of our vehicles. How is the Model Railway? What, the one I started on the last stream? Good, that's come together quite nicely. I'm enjoying Chasing Giants as well. That's something we're going to be doing more of in the new year. Hello, fellow Morris Minor owner. I hope your one is in better condition than my one. Although there is a plan for that. There's an exciting plan for that that's hopefully going to be happening. Lawrie, am I in the LMM Discord server? Yeah. I guess it's kind of important I'm there, isn't it? I mean, you guys can tag me and message me and whatever in the Discord server if you want to say hello. I'm around there a lot. Rune, you shot to the Tinkers video. Yes, you did that. King Edward. You're buying this. How has the track come disconnected? And how did the loco successfully navigate the track after it had become disconnected? I'm impressed. Also amazed, but impressed. Am I going to buy a station wagon was the last thing I saw. Off you go. Oh, that was a good day, Stuart, wasn't it? Buy... for £900. There's a couple of states I like, which I'd like to do. So that there's lots of it. Oh, the Orange Express video was great. Sorry, it really was. It was very good. Oh, more awkward camping in the 106. I don't want to do more camping in the 106. It will go out. I mean, we'll do more with the 106. There's lots of plans for that, so it's going to be exciting. Hello, Chris, and Happy New Year to you as well, buddy. I don't understand how it derailed. Happy New Year. We're really looking forward to Lemons 21. I have a Lemons car. No one knows about it. It's gonna be the... Of anything you do 2021, tune in to see the reveal of my Lemons car. It's amazing. Like, there's amazing, and then there's what I've bought. It's going to be brilliant. I'm so happy for it. Can I explain gubbins? Gubbins are bits. So, has it got gubbins in it? This is my spares box. What's in my spares box? Sorry for the noise. Well, we'll just remove and hide that, and remove and hide that. Which you probably saw, but you know, probably not. Right, this is a box of gubbins. There's lots of useful gubbins. Gubbins are bits. So there's conversion kit that'll be coming up later. There's all sorts. Gubbins. This is a box of gubbins. Gubbins are useful bits. Oh, I need to put that back in the box. So, no, we didn't buy a car. No, didn't get a car. Didn't find a suitable vehicle. There's lots of stuff we'd like to buy. If we ever become a big YouTube channel, like, you know, if it continues and people continue enjoying what we're going, you know, what we're doing and what's going on, actually get the time and money to fix stuff and buy more stuff, we're going to be dangerous. And it's going to be amazing. Because we're just going to go out and buy more stuff. I want to do more stuff for the tractor. The tractor will be featuring more next year. Lawrie goes boating. Yeah. Yeah. Yes, we can still travel to Europe. It's happened now. It hasn't it? We've got 50 minutes of free travel in Europe. We can still get around Europe without much problem. There's only border patrols on the main places. It is realistically not going to be it's a pain, but it's not going to be catastrophic. So we've got European plans and travels and trips planned, and they're still going to happen. So, yeah. Stratford Barn was good fun. That was a good day. Gubbins, yeah. Gubbins can be bits, isn't it? I think Gubbins is basically bits. Gubbins is interesting bits. I think when I say Gubbins, I'm like, ooh, look at those interesting bits. So that's a box of Gubbins. The inner workings of machines are full of, ooh, Gubbins. So, yeah. Standard gauge engines, yeah, standard gauge engine appeared on eBay. James, my friend, bought the Polish TKP after it had been on eBay. I think what else has been up there? There's been a 165 has been on there. There's been a couple of engines go up on eBay. Will there be a different type of budget for? Yes, King Edward. There's both plans of that are in there is a more expensive Lemons being planned, and there's also a really cheap Lemons being planned. So that'll be good. Happy New Year, Michael, and hi. Yeah, I think, David, that's exactly what it is. The new Basils, or what do we call them? Stadlers. Yeah, they have a Gubbins wagon in the middle. That's exactly what it is. Happy New Year. Can we please see the model railway? You're kind of seeing it. It keeps just trundling past in the background because it's kind of what we're doing. Do Lawrie does a road trip? There are more road trips planned. I mean, we've done Lawrie does a road trip. We've got some stuff planned coming up for the future. So there are more things going to be coming up. What can we get you for your birthday? Don't know. Haven't got that far. Would like a working car. Is that too much to ask for? One of the things we do want to do when we get over to Europe as well is some of the cars we were looking at in like the Eastern Bloc. Definitely going to go and buy some stuff and drive it home because that'd be hilarious. If I had the chance to drive an S160, would you? God, yes, I love S160s. Worried what the cheap car then car is going to be next year. It's amazing. That's what it's going to be. I don't know what Morgan's going to drive. Genuinely don't know what Morgan's going to drive. Maybe there'll be an occasion for you to visit the UK. Hopefully, there's lots of good stuff going on. I don't know what happened to the 88. I don't know what happened to it. No, can we see? Oh, wonky chair sidings. No, not yet. Sub-rotor is just over there, out of shot, and it's not finished, but there will be a video on it as we come forward. Home working primate. Yes, that's there are a couple of railways in Wales that are interested in working with us, so that's going to happen. Or I am going to ask Hornby to make my Ruston, but once it's fixed, it's working. I feel it's a bit. I'd like to have it working, so you could do something like come along and launch it with my working loco, rather than it's just sitting on a siding. So at some point, yes. Probably not to this board. This board is far too useful to be picked up and changed for stuff. So this board will continue being just a test board. It's also terrible. I couldn't nail anything to this because it goes up and down. This was built in the first UK lockdown. This was a temporary thing that stayed up for a remarkably long time. 3 fits to choose from to get working. Yes, but none of them have been tested yet. He hasn't found out if any of them actually start, which is wonderful. Did you train to drive locos? Yeah, I've been on the footplate now for almost 15 years. I've been a volunteer at a couple of railways. Mid-Suffolk I've been at for, yeah, almost 15 years. And then other railways for lesser amounts of time. But so, yes, I've been training to do that for a while. In the top left-hand corner of Wales, there was a little railway with a little engine with a very long name. Something like that coming. Yes, Daniel, we've got, hopefully, been talking to some places. Hopefully, we've got some US stuff lined up. There's a load of places that are potentially interested, so don't know if it'll happen next year. If it can happen, we're going to need a lot more money to do it, but there's a load of railways out there I'd like to get out and film, so hopefully next year. What would be cool. Thanks for all the last in 2020. If you could bring Atlas... Come to your Atlas home, would you do it? Not really. I haven't got anywhere to put them, so you know they'll be stored outside, and I'd rather they stayed in the shed, which is safe. But you know, glad you enjoyed it. There's a couple of states. Yeah, I don't know what would get. I mean, for £1,000, you can start getting some quite interesting cars. So I imagine, I don't know what any of us would get, but yes. If you, if you get a lot more vehicles, you'd also need to acquire a much larger shed. Yeah, there are a couple of vehicles, realistically, that might turn up next year. There's a couple of things on the horizon that have potential interest happening. So yeah, a couple of things might turn up, and there is space for those couple of vehicles that I've kind of got. Much more than that, it's not going to happen. Yeah, both the board and lockdown have stayed longer than expected. I love Ivor the engine. It was wonderful. Which great railway journey would you love to? I would like to do either. There's three. I would really like to do the actual, the Orange Express. Having been on it and kind of driven it, it'd be quite good to be like, I've driven this, and kind of feel quite smug about it. But I'd also really like to do. There's a trip in New Zealand, which I can't remember what the train name is, but it's meant to be the most spectacular journey in the world. I'd love to do that. And I'd also love to do the train that runs through the Rockies with the observation cars, because that would just make me very happy. That's something I've always quite fancied doing. So they're the ones I'd really, really like to do. What's the engine you want to drive the most? That's a good question. The big boy? I think, honestly, out of everything, if I could drive anything, I'd want to drive the big boy, just because whenever anybody says anything to you about railways, and like, oh, so have you driven anything exciting? You're like, yeah, I drove the big boy. Like, nobody can top that. Like, even Scotsmen, they'll just be like, yeah. Do you like live steam models? Yeah, I like them. I'm not hugely into them. I like them. If you could buy any car, what would it be? Don't know. Travi at the moment. I never asked you that question. I don't know. Do I still have the Ruston 48? Yes. Yeah, it's sat awaiting a decision on what we're going to do with the wheels, and then there'll probably be a fundraiser from you guys, because I can't afford to fix the wheels at the moment. Oh, Darjeeling. I'd love to do Darjeeling before it ends. Class 37, Richard. I'd love to do a 37. I love 37s. Is it a guard? It's what a guard. Is it a guard? No, I missed it. Wait. Is it yeah, the extension's actually... the ballast is all down on the extension. We just need to lay the track, so that's very good. Happy New Year, or Happy New. Got a friend who's been on the Rocky Mountain. Yeah, it looks amazing, doesn't it, Charles? And just be on one of the observation calls. I'd just love to do it. Yeah, that's the one, the Canadian. That's what I'd like to do. Happy New Year. What time is it with me? According to my laptop that's often wrong, it's 10:20. Hi everyone from South Carolina, USA. Nice, I've driven through South Carolina. I know nothing else about it apart from some of the roads I've driven. It can be combined with it, but not cheap. No, I can imagine. So, Aidan, the Guards van is like a caboose in some ways. But it's kind of, the caboose is kind of like somewhere to live and hang out. A Guards van, you're lucky to have a stove. It's a very different thing, because the journeys that you did in the States. The brake van, bearing in mind, we had unfitted trains until basically the 70s in the UK. And so you had a locomotive, and that had a brake. And then you had the Guards van, and the Guards van had a brake, and that was it. And the rest of the train was unfitted on freight. I think 68, I think it ended. I think unfitted trains ended. I think it was that, quite late. So it was just to be another brake, whereas, yeah, your cabooses were more than just that. They were only like living compartments. I don't know. We're still waiting a decision on whether or not I need to turn them or if I need to give it new tyres. I think it's more likely we're heading towards tyres at the moment, or remetalling or something. It's going to need something. Classic 4 car... Yeah. Classic car Fiesta. Fiestas are cool. But you went to Barry Scrapyard in the 70s. Oh, that's cool. I see. I managed to, when I was in China, because I do have all these China videos to review at some point. It's just there's so much to do, and fitting the time in to edit them. It's something I want to try and do over the next few days. But I got to go around a scrapyard in China. It was amazing. Sad, but it's something that my generation doesn't have the opportunity to do, to walk around and see just rotting steam engines. It's an incredible thing. So going to Barry must have been amazing. North Carolina says Happy New Year. Well, I did like North Carolina. North Carolina's awesome. And my thing thinks it's 10:21, so we're going to have to rely on you guys to tell me when it's New Year. If I had the chance to, would I drive the Flying Scotsman? Yeah, of course. I fired Tornado. That's the closest I've got. I didn't enjoy firing Tornado. Firing through the flap is a pain. And I fired Royal Scot as well. I really, really enjoyed the Royal Scot. Royal Scot's lovely. I am talking to people in real life. Oh God, guys, you're typing too fast. I missed bits. Hello, Moose. Come back online. Yeah, I've got a great passion for Steam. I love your video. Thank you very much, Scott. Your experience. What's the best way to get the experience Steam to work and drive? Seems like a volunteer, Scott. I don't know where you are in the world, and I don't know what railways you've got nearby, but go and get involved. Heritage railways all over the world need more people. There's never enough people, and it's always the same people there again. Some of them can seem a bit daunting to get involved in. Some of them can seem a little bit, almost cliquey. But it's well worth persevering because it's wonderful being around people who share a common passion. I've just started volunteering with a couple of friends that I know from the internet, and we had a meet-up earlier at the end of this year, before things got bad again. I went and did a day's volunteering, and they had their first day volunteering, and they were all like, I wish I'd done this sooner. So the best way to get involved is just, start doing it. And I don't know where you can get to a railway. Get to a railway and go along and say, hi, I want to volunteer, I want to become a driver. Or, don't say I want to be a driver, I want to get involved in the footplate. And basically, whenever anybody says anything to you at railway, do you want to do this or can you want to help out? You'll be like, yes. And always just going with what can I do to help? That's the best thing. And give the time. The more time you get, the more it will happen. God almighty, Charles, that was awful. Louis. Yes, I very much want that to do that, Louis. Lewis, that would be really, really good. That would be really good. St. Elmo's Fire, isn't that a band? What are buffers? Buffers are for pushing, basically. When you don't have a Buckeye coupler to take all the strain you train for push and pulling, we have the drawbar and a chain, which is for pulling, and for pushing onto something, you've got buffers, which are just big pieces of metal with a spring behind them. That's what buffers are. Pretty good. I could drive a train at every depot. 37s, yes, 37s are good. See you later, Through Raj. Through Raj? Don't know how to pronounce your name, but bye, thanks for joining us. Yeah, the rig red thing is working quite well, although, I mean, it was just, at the end, it was a pipe, so it's pretty good. What do you think of estate cars? I like estates. Well, I've got a thing about estates. I really do like estates. My mum had one of the cars I learned to drive on was a Peugeot 306 estate in light blue. Oh, I love that car. A great car. I thought it was a good looking estate as well. You'll find out unlimited Rory what happens with Humpty in the next What's Broken Now. In County Durham. It's got to be a railway near you, Scott. Oh yeah. I went to volunteer. There's right. Don't be disillusioned if a railway doesn't respond. Bearing in mind that a lot of these places are staffed entirely by volunteers, and I don't do it so much now because I've got you guys to look after on LMM. But for a long time, I did a lot of the admin on the Facebook page of the Mid-Suffolk Light Railway. In fact, I'm still an admin there. But I would do things, and you'd get a request in, like asking something. You'd send an email off to somebody else, and you'd never hear back. And then obviously, somebody will be like, oh, you never responded. It's like, well, I've tried. So my friend James, who's in a couple of the Chasing Giants videos, he's the one, we slept in the 106 together when we went to North Yorkshire Moors. He emailed the Mid-Suffolk and they never got back to him, and now he's a driver there. So railways aren't not responding most of the time because they don't want you, it's just because there's volunteers and somebody's let the ball drop. So a friendly email just back going, hi, I emailed about volunteering, I really want to get involved. I didn't hear back, is pressed your way to go about that. It's don't think anything. What's your favourite 2-foot gauge diesel? Ruston 48s, of course. Yeah, someone from England, I just popped down to look at Heritage Railway. Me. It's 1,000 miles away in New York. That is a bit of a problem in the States, I give you that, Lucas. I mean, it can't be that far away. There must be something closer to you in New York. I mean, I there's stuff up in Maine, isn't there? But a lot of railways, I know railways in the UK, and I must be the same in the States, will offer accommodation if you want to be a volunteer and go down. I know it's a much bigger step to look at volunteering and staying over somewhere, but yeah, if you want to do it and be involved, it's one of those things. I mean, we are very, very lucky in the UK with the amount of railways we've got. Like, it's ridiculous. Like, within a 100-mile radius, well, within a 2-hour driving radius, there's Mid Suffolk, East Anglian Railway Museum, the Nene Valley, the Norfolk, the Wells and Walsingham, the Bure Valley, Southwold, whatever they're doing, the Epinonga, Chatham Docks, Tinkers Park, possibly Spa Valley, 11 railways, if I can't, am I missing? Oh, Mangap's 12, oh yeah, Leyton Longshop, 13, yeah, there's lots. What's better, Flying Scotsman or Mallard? Scotsman. Scotsman's the better engine, and Scotsman's done a lot more. Bearing in mind, Mallard is just an A3 with streamlined casing. They're basically the same thing underneath, slightly different borders, but same things. No worry, Aidan. A good. Yeah, the big thing to realise with being on the footplate is you never stop learning. And if you ever get to the stage where you think you know everything, you probably shouldn't be there anymore. You're always going to learn more. An engine's always going to give you a different day and a different experience, and different crew will respond to things in different ways. So particularly as a driver on preserve railways, you're responsible for the other members of your footplates. You're responsible to make sure your fireman's doing a good job. You're responsible for making sure your cleaners get something out of the day, and he knows, and he gets to learn something. And you're responsible for your train, the safety of the locomotive, that it ends the day still working, that the people on your train are safe, and of course that you're safe. So every day is different, and you never kind of stop learning. And like I said, an engine will just have an off day with you. And going to other railways, whilst not necessarily important, it depends very much on the railway you go to. Like if you join a small railway, like I did with Mid Suffolk, going to another railway was hugely beneficial. If you joined somewhere like, say, the Severn Valley, possibly not as important. Although the art of firing a locomotive doing a long run is totally different to firing a small engine on a short railway. So it does help to go other places. The biggest thing is just handling different locomotives. All locomotives were handled differently. I drove the Ruston 48 that I almost bought, the one that started me off to end up buying my one at the West Somerset Railway, and it's totally different to my one. And then steam engines are completely different. You could have two engines that were built next door to each other in a factory, and they'll be completely and utterly different. So yeah, which is, oh god, I didn't realise I hadn't scrolled down. I thought no people hadn't been talking. Oh dear. Oh god. So hold on. I need to scroll back up to see where we are. So yeah. Shooting brakes. Oh cool. I love shooting brake cars. I really like them. Tanfield is wonderful. I would like Tanfield is a great role. I would like to do some stuff with Tanfield. Difference in the US. I drive 4 hours to where I volunteer. Yeah, I can understand. It's the problem with the States is it's so vast and there's so much. It's one of the things that, because particularly where we are in the south of England, it's quite densely populated. So when I was in the States last time, when I was in North Carolina with JM, we did our adventure. It's amazing because there's just you driving like, there's nothing here, and it's something we don't get over here. There's always in the UK, well, in the south of the UK, there's always civilization. It's very rare to drive somewhere and there not be a house or a farm or a barn or something that you can see. If you ever got into trouble, you know that I'll just walk over to the house there and knock. Whereas in the States, it's like, wow, there's nothing. So yes, but good for you for driving the 4 hours to it. Is there accommodation? Do you stay over? I assume you must stay over. The weirdest train you ever driven, or the worst? The weirdest one is definitely Syrafite, or its sister Sir Vincent, which I've driven both of. And though because they're traction engines on rails, they're very, very strange. Yeah, so very strange things. Worst, I won't go into that on the internet. I don't think it's fair to the railway. But like the. Yeah, I mean, the Nene Valley's very nice as well, so you are lucky to be near to the Nene, because they got a good selection of stuff. I like the Nene. Had a 306, ended up with an argument with a van that lost. Yeah, my mum's one got driven into outside the house and somebody wrote it off. Whoops, engine hit my arm. The estate should have split hatches and slide single door. Oh, some do though, don't they? Some of them, I hate the car. I hate the Mini Countryman, but that does have like the van doors at the back. I worked at Shildon Museum for a few weeks, then stopped. Oh, why did you stop? Shildon's cool. Shildon's got an amazing... last time I was at Shildon was for the Great Goodbye, but it was lovely seeing the A4s there all lined up. Yes, that's true. It is better to go to be fair, your better way to get involved at a railway is to turn up on a day and be like, hello, I really like what's going on here. How do I get involved? That's probably going to be your surefire way. And in fact, that's how James did get involved, because he turned up for a day and was like, I sent you an email. What's going on? So yeah, just turn up and be like, I want to help. There are not heritage railways, so I guess you're lucky. Yeah, because I think it's the same in Germany, I think, and in Poland, certainly there aren't standard gauge preserved railways. There are, I think, Poland, I don't think there's any preserved railways, so to speak. There's preserved locos. France has got narrow gauge, and Germany's got preserved narrow gauge, I think. But standard gauge stuff, we're very lucky, because a lot of continental Europe doesn't have them. I don't know anything about Italy, I'm afraid, like at all. Yeah, I feel like I'd like to see an 86 be preserved, because I grew up around 86 running. Did you ever see Tom Pemberson's Farm Flight International B275? No, and it will make me sad to see one that works, because I'm sad about my one. Do you have anything you might want to try? Anything in mind you might want to do? Lots of things, Jim. We've got a lot of plans. We want to do a road trip. There's a couple of cars that we particularly want to drive. There's a couple of things that have been offered to us we particularly want to drive. Basically anything. We like to do some typical American stuff that we really can't do over here. But basically, we want to have an adventure and we'll have a good time. Is that too much to kind of say and not enough of a plan? We want to do something fun and we want to film it. We want to have a real trip and film it and make something entertaining for you guys. That's basically what we want to do, is make an entertaining videos for you guys. Top hinge doors are very useful when it rains. This is true. I want to do more railways. You can buy this shirt as well. This shirt is available for sale. I'll just need to point that out for you guys. It's an available thing. So, yeah, so that's exciting, isn't it? Oh God, I've missed where I am in the chat. Hold on. Sorry, guys. There's a lot of you, and I'm trying to respond to all of you today. It's all gone terribly wrong. Oh, t-shirt, yeah. I think we have 3 operations here in the Republic Island. Yeah, I mean, you do at least have... You got to have more than that, Hawker. 'Cause, I mean, there's narrow gauge as well, isn't there? I did go over a few years ago and see the... Oh, you're going to help me with this. What's the inside cylinder 260? I saw that when it came back into traffic, when it went down to Wexford, I think, or something like that. But in Britain, particularly in England, Scotland and Wales, we're so lucky with the heritage we've got. I think the only place that's got more per person is New Zealand, because they've got a low population, quite a few railways, but we do very well here. King Edward, that's something we want to do. It's something we really want to do. The Stewartstown Rails work. Okay, I will. We are hoping to get to Pennsylvania, so maybe. Oh, Cone Valley. Yeah, I forgot Cone Valley. I forgot Cone Valley on the list. Yeah, Cone Valley is an interesting little place. Would I've had more railways? We would have had less railways if Beeching had come along. Bearing in mind, it's not Beeching's fault. So this is something that a point that kind of annoys me. Beeching was asked to have a look at the railways and make a plan. It wasn't Beeching's. Dr. Beeching's report found lots of railways which weren't running to their potential. Unfortunately, the report was rushed, and there were things like they visited railways that were used heavily during the morning, but they visited at lunchtime and found that there was one person waiting for a train, but there was standing room only during the commuting hours. So it was a rushed report. It was pushed through by a government that wanted to support the roads, and it wasn't actually Beeching who kind of made it happen. That was still done by the government. So Beeching got a bad deal. On the other hand, at the time, BR was losing money hand over foot. It was bad. It was bad. And if Beeching hadn't recommended the cuts to stop it losing so much money, the railways would be in a far worse state than they are today. Also, the fact that loads of railways closed all over the country gave us a massive opportunity to have heritage railways. If Beeching hadn't shut down the railways, or recommended the railways were shut, we'd be like continental Europe. There wouldn't be privately owned heritage railways. We are so lucky that it happened to give us all these heritage railways. It's a massive thing. Hello Mo, welcome to the stream. But I prefer Scotsman because it's got the heritage and it's this amazing survivor, isn't this amazing thing? On paper, Tornado is going to be better because it's brand new. I mean, you can't get away from the fact that Tornado is a brand new engine. The camper idea would be wonderful. It's something me and Matt have been talking about for a long time. We have all these things that we want to do, guys, that if the channel gets a bit bigger and we can start genuinely making a living out of it and we don't have to work day jobs at the same time, there's all these things we want to do and make this content to show you guys. But it's going to be entertaining content that we just want to do, and we're so excited for the concept that it's kind of getting closer. Like, all the time we look at the subs count, there's more of you guys finding the channel, more of you guys enjoying the channel. We're like, this could happen. Like, these mad there's stuff that we discussed when LMM first started, when the team kind of got together and like Morgan first starting to come along, that we were like, it would be great to do this, and we've managed to do some of these things, like, you know, road trips to Scotland and lemons. So it's amazing to think what could happen and what could come up thanks to you guys, and so hopefully we're going to have some good stuff coming down. So yes, had to walk down the old one the other day to pick a fixed sticker. Thank you for that. I am way behind with the comments. Your next door neighbour drove 5600s. Love 5600s. They are wonderful engines to fire. I have oiled one up though, and it is the single. That's the answer to the question. The worst thing I've ever done: oiled up a 5600. That's a 062 tank engine, guys. The smoke box is level with the front frame, so to ash out the smoke box, you have to put a plank of wood over the buffers. It's just, I mean, basically came along that they had a type of engine that fitted into a hedge shunt, and the replacement wasn't good enough, and they went, "Oh, this engine's no good." So the Great Western Super just went, "Well, stick the big boiler onto it." It just about fits. It's crammed into there. So yeah, what do you think's better? Last question: Coronation or Mallard? Coronations are better engines. I'm an LNER guy. I love LNER guys, but there's no doubt in the Princess Coronations are they're just better. Coronation is a far better thing. It just is. The difference between prairie tanks is amazing. Yes, amazing. Beaching, prepare the report. Yep. See you mentioned like person. Some days you'll get long fine. Yeah. Yep. And sometimes you'll have a good day. See you later, son. It's probably too late. Uta out as Lawrie, coming plenty of opportunities and new ventures. I'm sure we'll be looking forward to. Oh yes, Steve, I'm very much looking forward to that. It's something that we really want to make happen this year. So yes, Rutland again. Yes, yes, I know about Singapore. Singapore's a really cool little engine. The Rocks by Rail, as they're now called, is a great museum as well. I think when I was there, they just got their new shed up, so they were able to get their locos undercover, which is really cool. I have been to Glossworks. Glossworks is great. It's a wonderful railway. I really enjoyed the. See you later, son. I went. I think the last time I saw Churro there for one of their galas during the Great Western 175th anniversary, was it? And I saw them when they started opening up the bridge for Broadway. I haven't been for a bit. Hello, Harry. Oh, glad you're enjoying the videos. Thank you. David, 100 miles is a long way. America thinks 100 years is a long time. This is true. It's amazing how can I look and get them. Andrew, that is a badly written sentence. That it's amazing how you can buy locos. Yes. Oh God, this. God! I scrolled down by mistake. Wow, there's so. God, I am so far behind the comments, guys. I am terribly far behind. I'm sorry. I'm just going to try to go quicker and catch up. Okay. It's amazing how you can how people can buy locos and run them. Just a dream to some people. It's really, it's harder than you think to buy a loco, but it's totally doable. Hello, AJP Garden Machines. 4-hour drive to I do stay over a bunk in a caboose. Oh, that's awesome. I'd love to bunk in a caboose. State Pisco. Okay, that's cool. A state should have a rise and all, but hatches sure. How did you buy your engine? We'll do the best. I'm going to just skip down to the end of this. Guys, do you want to hear the story on Sir William again? Let me know if you want to hit the story of Sir William again. If you do, we'll do it. If not, there's the video, someone can link to the video. But if you want the story, I should do the story and we'll sit down and have the story. King Owen, no, the LMM team is going to stay with the 4 key of us for the time being. We're going to have friends of LMM, so people who can come and help out and like people, but the team's going to stay as the 4 of us for now. Hello Neil, how are you doing? We have lots of preserved locomotion and rolling stock, but no railway lines. Yes, I think it's similar in Germany, isn't it? But you don't have the lines to run, so the amount of money to get to America. The Talakon was, yeah, most of that's the flight though, Lucas. To be honest, the Talakon's well worth a visit. Yeah, Scotsman had a very disastrous trip in the States. Lawrie, the persistent well, in Germany. Are they? Are there standard gauge lines in Germany? Are there? I thought they were. I thought you didn't have any. My bad. The 35 is 35. It's a 35 with diff lock, but it's not a 35X. Yes, I know the 45XX that went to Poland quite well. Mo, how old are you, Mo? Are you too young, or do you think you're too old? Because there's still probably stuff you can do. Current displayed. I've driven the Duchess of Sutherland. Oh, nice. Life of John. That's awesome. Netherlands has 5 standard gauge museums. It's also in pony. My bad. Context 10 days Canada. That's a lot of money. 461. That's the one. Yes. It's out of traffic. Is she out of traffic already? How do you buy my Ruston engine? Right, we'll get onto that in a minute. Ireland has the monorail thing is very strange. Why don't you check out the Bluebell Rail in Tunbridge? It's Spa Valley in Tunbridge, isn't it? In Tunbridge Wells. You should do a heritage train and currently LS8. Yeah, we could do. Best leg of features freight line trains. Yeah. Little fun fact: the Royal Scot did tour of America. Yes, Scott. No, yes, because it's the Royal Scot that we have today that did the tour, but it wasn't actually Royal Scot. It's for some reason they didn't want to send the Royal Scot, so they renumbered King's Royal Dragoons. Is that right, guys? And that was the one that went to America instead, and then they didn't swap the names back. This conspiracy theory was featured linked to. Yes, the government was very very much in favour of the roads rather than railways. Go and saw a train driven by and looked like the middle of the area. I came running when I saw a train being driven by you that looked like the middle of the area. Oh yeah, Chatham's great. What's your thoughts on Royal Steam Auxiliary Corps? I have no thoughts on it. Possibly. Have you done a crossover with the yes, we've done crossover with Furious Driving and JM on cars. We have other ones lined up. Obviously, we had stuff lined up this year and it just didn't happen. Would you say the British Railways was equivalent of layer? Yeah, British Railway just didn't. British Railway was fine, and then it just wasn't supported by the government. The train running is the LMS Pug that's appeared on the channel with a couple of coaches. I'm way behind the comments. Yeah, I know. What's your favourite Jag? The XJS, or I think P2 project or the V4. P2. The V4 I really love, but the P2 is just too cool to be excited, not to be scared. Oh, lots of people saying to tell the story. Oh, okay. Did Ash disappear? Karen, what showed up again? Nothing, you missed. You need to find the tracks of private ownership. No, not me. The private Tornado should have won on Top Gear. Yes, Tornado should have won on Top Gear. Bearing in mind the roads weren't as good back then. Also, Tornado wouldn't have had to stop for the coal and water break. What's up, Lawrie? Not much. Can you get some new locomotives for review? What, for on the main line? Yes, we have lots of. Oh, as in brand new locomotives or new things. Top of the evening to you. Hello, Oliver. What's the latest with the 3-wheel electric tub? Good news, and it will be revealed in LMM, but it's exciting. I am very far behind the comments, yes. You must get to Threakefield. I really, really, really want to come to Threakefield. If anybody can get me in at Threakefield and give me an invite, David, if you can get us there, that'll be wonderful. Hello, SMS Kaiser, I think. Jack the Gamer 48. If you had the choice to drive one of the following, which would you rather? Flying Scotsman or the Coronation? Scotsman, just because it's Scotsman. Like, you never say no to Coronation. Although, I mean, the Coronation doesn't exist anymore. But so that'd be pretty cool to be like, I've driven an engine that doesn't exist. Good morning from Australia. Happy New Year. How's 2021 looking? Has YouTube given you a gold plate? No, we're way off that. Oh, Stupid Grange Rail. Edward, hopefully I will see you next year. I believe we're going to be doing something with you. Yes, yes. Oh, tell the story. Happy New Year. Keep the vids coming. Hi, all. Yes. Okay, so I started putting down the track on my new layout. Nice! Some helpful tips from watching your videos. Oh, I'm glad to have helped. Story. I answered 35. It's just a 35, not a 35X. Your opinions on American steam locomotives. Am I near the... I am so far away from the bottom. God almighty. I'm going to get to the bottom, then I'm going to do it. American steam engines are awesome. They're very utilitarian, but they just give such a sense of power that we don't have. There have been some older videos. Sleeker drag. I did enjoy the Sleeker drag. That was fun. What are your thoughts? Raw steam auxiliary core. I don't really know what they are. We had a plan for a crossover with Ian. Hopefully it's going to happen next year. 41. You're not too old at 41 to volunteer. You used to have a train attached. I don't know why you don't have one now, but we shall... Go on. Thank you. You're not too old at 41, not too old at all. We've got people on the footplate who are into their 70s and plus. So when the Italian railways give permission to vintage trains, yeah, I think most places allow vintage trains occasionally, don't they? I like diesels, but steam engines are very pleasant. Yes, EMP. If I ever get a chance, I will buy a state car, sleeper bags in it. Yeah, it's a good idea, Edward. It's quite good. Do a crossover with Hubnut. We will do a crossover with Hubnut. It will happen. Hello from New Zealand of 2021. How is 21? What's the plan for the tractors? Restore them. Get them working. Yes, we've chatted to Ian a couple of times. He's very nice, and we will be doing stuff. Yes, Royal Dragoons Guards. There we go. I'm a volunteer at the Nene Valley Railway. LMM, when nothing goes right, everything's going fine. I'm just behind. What I will do is drop you a message to arrange this. Oh, great, Steve. Thank you. Yeah, that's the best thing. So I can all about painting rust in Swallow only. Yes. Humpty would look really weird in Swallow livery. So no, it's going to go yellow, I think. Oh, I skipped to the bottom again by mistake. So cool. New model locos. Brand new ones. They're expensive. So there is one coming up though. There's a couple of new stuff I've bought coming up as well. Happy New Year. Hello, Nick. And Happy New Year to you. Steve Darrell, I hope the climate will change. Yes. Oh, it'd be good to get 6 or 7 engines working. Yes, that'd be lovely. Hello, Physiologs. What's your thoughts on the Patriot class? I might be getting it on the battlefield. Private joke, if you can make that happen, that'd be lovely. Drop us an email anyway. Charles, put the email in there, please. And yes, we'll have a chat about that. Do you have a partner? And if so, nope, I am on my own. I don't have time for anybody else at the moment. Will you be using a car you own for a track day? There is a plan for that, so yes. Hi. Going to go now. See you later, Jack. Hello, Charles. Lowell, Dr. Hamilton went to the USA's coronation. Yes, that's correct. They swapped over. At 41, you will still be younger than most. Yeah, that's very true. Only get to the UK since the first time I've been told no. Really? Is that a thing in the States? Oh, God, we have loads of guys who are older than that, mate. Like, load of people. We've got people on the platform who are, well, yeah, far into their retirement. So, yes, there's lots. With the Veda Corrado. No, I have not. Home working. How many different railways do you volunteer at? I'll get back to that one. Happy New Year. Thank you, Mike. Mikey. Got a decent collection of model railway stuff. You're interested in collaboration on YouTube? Yes, potentially. Do you see the Flying Scotsman and the... Yes, I have seen that video. It's very cool in Australia. Okay, Lawrie, I need to scoot and eat dinner. Thanks for the time. Have a good year. Okay, Mo, thank you very much. Thanks for that. Oh, I'm at the bottom. And it's still... Oh, yeah, and we're an hour and 10 minutes. Great, I'm at the bottom, so I can now take time out to answer the question of how many railways. So currently, Mid-Suffolk, East Anglian Railway Museum, Nene Valley Railway, Leiston Long Shop, Great Bush Railway, the Apedale Railway, the Chatham Docks Railway. Currently, I'm part of 7, I think. 7, possibly about to become 8. There's another railway that I'm hopefully about to become a fireman at. And possibly another railway. So possibly up at 7 at the moment, hopefully going to be 9 soon. So as I'm at the bottom, so the thing is, US enter big powerful locomotives. Not sure. Yeah, British locomotives are definitely prettier and better designed, but American stuff just has power. Best New Year's Eve, what could be better than LMM and a whiskey? Oh, Ian, I'm glad you approve. Favourite moment from... I'll get back to right. I'm going to leave it at Wastoric's favourite moment and get back to the tale of Humpty, because people ask for that. They're not Humpty, Sir William. So, for those of you who don't know, and if those you do, I'm sorry, here we go again. I was working on a film, and I kind of was flicking through stuff, and I just bought Jupiter, but I hadn't actually got to drive it yet. So this was the film I was away on 3 months for, and so I'd gone home one weekend and agreed to buy Jupiter, and I was just flicking through things, and there was a 165 for sale on eBay for not much money. I went, well, the 165 at the Midi's meant to be knackered. This was before we did a lot of work to it and fixed it. You know, maybe I could buy a 165 because it was a couple of grand. And then I kind of had a look through some of the other things for sale in traction ads, and they had a Ruston 48 for sale, and it was up for 2 grand. And I went, that's not a lot of money for a loco. So I talked to the railway kind of briefly mid-Suffolk and went, would kind of like a loco. One of them ran on the Midi and it was built. We have a policy that nothing on the mid-Suffolk can be older than when the railway shut in 1952. So this was built in 1950, I think. So they said yes. So I emailed them, said, I'm very interested. I'm working away for the next couple of months, but you know, if it's as you say it is, it starts and it drives, then I'll have it. Just deal done. And the guy went, great, when can you come? And I went, well, I can't come until the second weekend in December or something. But yeah, as long as it's as you say it is, deal was done. And he went, sure. And then a week and a half later, emailed back and said, I've sold it to somebody else. So I was really upset because I'd agreed to buy an engine. So over the next couple of years, I looked and emailed various people to try and get one. I tried the one that Gary Hope Boyd bought, who's now bought by Jay on our Discord server. I looked at a couple, but didn't really get anywhere because people don't really respond very well with emailing going, hi, can I buy an engine? So I then, after that, it was a side project. I was working on a film as a driver, and some days were really busy, like driving around all over the place, and some days were pretty quiet. You drive to set, drop off the actors, and you sat in the car waiting till the end of the day. So I read about 4 or 5 novels, and then thought I could do something better with my time. The only list of 48s I've got is a 15-year out-of-date list. I'm going to update it. So I emailed Railways going, hello, do you still have the Ruston? I'm trying to update the list. Where's it gone? And yeah, I emailed every location and found out, I think, like 4 of them being scrapped. 2 of them are definitely missing. One of them wasn't a Ruston 48 at the beginning. Several of them are in bits. And I emailed Sir William McAlpine's private railway and just went, hello, I'm doing this list. And I got an email back from Sir William McAlpine himself. I was expecting somebody else, but not Sir William to email back. And Sir William was a childhood hero of mine because flying Scotsman and being heavily involved in the railway scene. He was he's the guy. And this email came back, dear Lawrence, thank you so much for your inquiry. Yes, I do still have 294266. It's in full working condition. I'd be very interested in a completed version of the list when you've done it, and good luck on your inquiries. By the way, if you happen to come across somebody who's looking to buy a Ruston 48, I'm looking to dispose of mine. I was with JM on Cars and we were out for dinner, and I got up and ran around the table about 3 times. I'm kind of unable to make a sentence before kind of putting the phone down in front of JM and being like, read that, I think he's just offered me his engine. So I emailed back once I'd kind of calmed down a bit, had a drink, and went, dear Sir William, I must confess, the reason that I started this is because I really want to buy a Ruston 48. I want to have one at Mid-Suffolk Light Railway, I've always wanted one, blah, 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 blah. And, yeah, he came back and went, yeah, I think I said, how much do you want for it? And he came back and gave me a price. I looked at it about 3 times, got JM to confirm that it was indeed the money I thought it was. And I said, that sounds wonderful. Can I come and look at it, please? And so we went down, met Sir William, who was just wonderful in every regard. He was the nicest gentleman. Like, for a man of his status, money and power, he welcomed me, the loco super from Mid-Suffolk, and 2 of my mates who are diesel guys with open arms. Like, he'd known us forever, showed us around. It's one of the best days I've ever had. It was fantastic. And we got the Ruston fired. We didn't want to start. It had been sat there a long time. got it fired up, drove it up and down, and they had a wedding going to be turning up that day, and because they do wedding receptions at Fawley Hill. And we were driving the diesel up and down. I don't know if you guys remember the video where I got it, but it's all kind of like a tramway at the top. And we're driving this loco up and down as cars are turning up. And Lady Judy McAlpine, who I'm very fond of and she quite likes me, turned up in her golf cart. William, will you stop playing trains? So we're all stood there, including Sir William, be like, we're really sorry, Lady McAlpine. We'll put the loco away right away. So we chatted it and put it away and said, yes, Sir William, I'd like to buy it. And he went, well, I've had it valued, it's worth a bit more money. So we talked money and I went, I'm really sorry, I can't afford that. But thank you so much for the offer and thank you for the lovely day. It's been an honour. So he made me a counter offer. I was like, that's the nicest thing anybody's ever done for me. I really appreciate it, but I can't afford it. By the time I've got it back to Mid-Suffolk, I just can't afford it. So he went back to his original price. And I sat there going, okay, anyway, you said, well, it will be looked after in its new home, won't it? I was like, oh yeah, it'll be such an important part of my collection. It'll be lovely to have it there, blah, blah, blah. And just kind of chatted. And he looked at me with what felt like forever. And I went, I think we have a deal. And shook hands. And I just walked back to the car being absolutely giddy. And sat down with the guys and what happened? Oh, well, he wanted X for it. Oh, well, that's not bad money for it. Yeah, I know. I said I couldn't do it and he offered me it for this. Well, what'd you say? I said I couldn't afford it. You idiot, would have given you the money to get it for that. It's a steal. Yeah. I think I shook his hand at this. Did you? I think so. I had to email him. the next day. Like, can you just confirm what's happened? Because I think I bought a loco off you. And that's what happened. And the rest of it's in the video. Right. I am now way behind. So, oh, God almighty. Well, Storic, welcome to the bar. What's your favourite moment of LMM this year? There's three things, really. The going to Belgium was incredible. And getting to drive the Orient Express in the dark was amazing. And driving the Austerity out there was stunning, so that was wonderful. Driving Dolgok, I don't think much is going to really top that, just for because it's Dolgok. Like, she's so important to our railway heritage. She's so important, and she's such an amazing thing, and such a treasure. And the guys at the it was just a wonderful experience. The whole Talaclin route. If you haven't been to Talaclin, well worth going. And it was just, I've never driven anything that you have such an amazing sense of knowing what it is, and you feel that heritage, you feel that history, and you feel the importance of it. It was such an honour. So that was the highlight. And then the trip to Scotland, despite it being a disaster, was just an amazing experience. Like, looking back on it now, it was amazing. At the time, dodgy. Unlimited Lawrie. There's lots of ways to learn about locos. I knew nothing about locos when I started the MIDI, and I'm a driver, so get involved. And thanks, Charles. It's not the thing, eh? Torino, almost midnight in Norway. I'm going to watch fireworks. See you later, Torino. You had Alex, you had a drinky drink. That's my show. My dad died at Chatham Docks in 4041 when he was the Home Guard. Oh, cool. That's really cool, because I'm there. How do I manage to maintain competence on many railways? Because a lot of the rule books have a lot of similar things in them, and a lot of it is just, there will be things that will catch me out on different ways to railway act, and I'll kind of get there and be reminded of something. But general safe procedures and general safe operating is the same on railways. And if you go about stuff with a safe way of operating, as a railway way of operating, you'll be fine. Most of the railways I get there, I'm like, oh yeah, you guys do this way. But it's all minor things. So that's the answer. It's, if you can do one railway, you'll probably be fine at another railway, is the basic rules. Might let you loose. Oh, Steve, yeah, that would be really cool. RS2000 Escort. Trev would love that, I think, and so would Matt. Jane94, Happy New Year, everyone. What do you think is the best form of transport? The car, James. The car is the best form of transport. I love railways and love trades, but yeah. Hello, Gizmo White. Hey up. I've seen the Rustin 48 on display in the trading estate near me. Oh, are you up in Liverpool? Is that the one on the corner there? I live in Scotland, Aberdeen to be exact, and can't drive. Are there any railways I can volunteer? Soda flubs? Yes, there are. There's the Royal D side. I think it's probably your closest one. Behave and the Professional Marines of the Berg, the War of Reaction. Oh, cool. I would happy New Year greetings to them then. Well, to you, Promar. Happy New Year to you as well. I'm a J94. I am well, thank you. Lewis. Oh yeah, that's also a good one. At the Alfred Valley. 5 minutes till the new year. Not here. Ah, oh God Almighty. Oh God. I've missed it. So yeah, have a look on their website and their Facebook page for the Alfred Railway. It's really cool. I've been there. Is there possibly in the move into mainline firing? No, not really. The main line is a totally different thing. You need to be on the main line as a mainline crew, mainline driver, for many years before you can be considered for steam crew. So no. Hello, Tico360. Oh, I see what you did. Cool. William, will you stop playing trains? Yes, it was good fun. I love history. Oh, it was fantastic meeting Sir William. It really was. Would you say the best sites for local? There isn't one. Honestly, guys, there are websites. There's Traction Ads and XNXX or something. I can't remember what it is. There's a couple of sites that sell, but honestly, if you're going to buy one, it's just going to be like me and being in the right place at the right time. It's ideally you want to be part of a railway first. You need to have a plan of what it could do and where it could go. And it's being part of a railway, and you'll just happen to know of stuff. A lot of stuff that gets sold in railway terms is sold through the community. So it doesn't go big. It doesn't get put onto social media or anything. It's just, you know somebody who knows somebody who's selling something. Like, I know a couple of engines for sale at the moment. They're not for sale publicly anywhere, but I know they're for sale. There's a couple of scrapyards as well that have got them in. So yeah, yeah. British Life Safety Systems. Watch your LMM and drinking a bottle of bud. Enjoying the stream. Thank you very much. Cheers to you. We've seen the van. What do you do for a living? I'm a driver at the moment. I'm doing less of it. Like, I'm taking a lot of time off work. Well, work's disappeared over lockdown anyway, but I've been doing just driving work, agency driving work, and less agency work, and I was doing more for one of the places I was driving for. But at the moment, throughout lockdown, the biggest earner for me has been YouTube, and that's terrifying, guys, because it's not a lot of money. Like, terrifyingly, I think. Oh, Braxton, sorry you've disappeared. Sorry, I missed your comment. Story of buying of Redruth. Okay, Stuart, we can do that in a minute. If people want to hear the story of buying Redruth, because it's another long one, if you want to hear it, say yes in the comments, and we'll start that in a minute. I remember the video where you lifted the rust, and oh, it was so good. Happy New Year to everyone in your time zone. Okay, cool. Anyway, hello from the future, 2021, Chris. Oh, God, let's go. So JM was going to give the money. JM wasn't going to give me the money for the Ruston, no, and I just needed him to confirm that was the money. JM didn't offer it at all. He just came with me because he thought it'd be a good video to shoot. Always. Just get this over. Oh, I'm just happy it happened. I still can't believe it happened. Happy New Year, Jack. Love the videos and inspire me to take your Fiesta Scott. Oh, I hope there are some amazing roads there, Jack. If you want some roads to drive on, drop me an email. I'll show you some of the roads we went on. If it was mechanical stuff that you were interested in, what would it be? I don't know, Ian. I don't know. Everything in my life that I'm kind of passionate around kind of involves some forms of mechanical stuff. I really like photography and I like doing stuff, so probably photography. That'd be my backup. If you were looking at LA from Midlands within the next couple of years, Lemons, probably. We don't know what we're doing for the future. We've got some ideas. Hello, Just Rides. Happy New Year. I like this model too. It's a lovely little thing. It's great. So I'm enjoying that. How's your coach derailed? No, they're just old trying ones. So they rattle as they go around because the wheels are the flanges too big for this scale of track. They're meant for Super 4, Super 3, where the rail is higher. So that's it. Oh, I love the American 440s. The things that are just like the boiler is the chassis. They're just amazing. They are so. That's what it is. Yes, WXX. You're right, Stu. Yes, that's what it is. I couldn't remember what it was. WNXX. I knew it was something like that. Seattle to Seattle. I moved from Cornwall. There's lots of mountain-built locomotives. Vertical engine. Oh, but enough digging. You could find one still operational. Yeah, possibly. James. Oh, James. Yes, James was so impressed when we picked up the Ruston. Yes. Okay. Oh, hello, RX, RX-7 Roadie. There we go. Yeah, it's been mad, isn't it? Really, I'm really amazed that there's so many guys who were like here at the beginning and like when I was with JM who are still watching the channel now. So yeah, thank you for staying with us. I'm really glad you stayed with it. What model train would you like to buy? I really want the Ruston 48. I really want a Hornby's Peckett, both the B2. Is that the 060? The 060 and the 040 Peckett. The Andrew Barclays from Hatton's, and something else O gauge to run on the on Skull. I want the 05 that's on sale at the moment. They're what I really want. Story of Red Ruth. Cool. Okay. Always manual, Ian. Always manual. Is there any chance that North Norfolk is a much bigger organisation? I hope if we get a bit big, when we start kind of getting past 50k time, then we can start kind of going to bigger railways and saying hello. Happy New Year! Happy New Year, Matt the Drone Romans. Hello, Harry King. Storytime with Lawrie sounds like a pre-season instead of the year. Okay. Oh, you've got Driver 48. Nice. Oh, nice one. I do like 48s. What narrow gauge do I like to drive? You can the chance. I want to desperately drive one of the K37s, I think, on the Coltec and whatever it is, Toltec and something railway, or the Durango and Silverton. Are they K37s? Tell me, guys. What's it New Year's for you? It's not quite yet. Dibner was my hero. I don't know. Dibner was probably one of my heroes. Should do a story with Lawrie series. Oh, yeah. I'd love to get a Southern Terrier. I've got a couple of Terriers in storage somewhere. Here in the UK, Flash is less than an hour to live. What? Come and send them. That's it. Come. Oh, I'm at the bottom again. Great. So Red Ruth. Right. A bit of a longer story, this one. So I'm going to stop this actually and put a freight on because we can while we think of how to start the Red Ruth story. So Red Ruth. Red Ruth, I think, is what we refer to in retrospect as a mistake. I think that's how we would look back on this one. Now, yes. So I bought dupes 5 years ago now. In fact, over 5 years ago now. And it was tired. I didn't realise how tired it was until kind of now, where we've got it going, and thanks to the help of Ash and people, it's a lot better than it was. So I'd had it out, and I think we went to Ipswich Fire Engine Day, and it broke down. On the way back, it broke down on a fuel pump, which was very embarrassing because I'd had a lovely day, given rides to people, it behaved all day, and then on the way back, stopped to put some fuel in, and it went nope. See, I'd always had this plan to do private hires with it, proms, weddings, that kind of stuff. I'm just watching this train to see if it derails as it goes round. Nope, it's fine. Cool. And I thought, well, if I'm going to do proms and weddings, I can't have a fire engine that's going to break down. I need a backup. So I cut this idea out for a spare one. And I kept an eye, Facebook Marketplace, Gumtree, eBay. And this Dodge came up on eBay. And the bidding was starting for 500 quid. And I went, I'll put a punt on that. But I thought, I'll ask questions. So I asked the seller lots of questions. Does it work? What does it need doing? Blah, blah, blah. Where did it work? That all stuff. And he went, oh yeah, it's fine. I used it as a daily car for a bit. Oh, okay, cool. So I put my £500 on it and went away. 3 days later, I went back and was like, oh, I wonder how much that fire engine went for. 500 quid. Ooh, awesome. I've got another fire engine. Where is it? Red Ruth in Cornwall. That's like six and a half hours driving in a car. That's a fair way away. So I chatted to James because we were kind of friends, but we weren't best friends at that point, and said, I've got an idea for a video. I've accidentally won a fire engine on eBay. So he said we'd go down together on the train because I always wanted to do the sleeper train. And before I left, I kind of said, all right, see you later, Mum. Where are you going? Oh, I've got something to go pick up. What is it? It's a vehicle. Okay. Well, as long as it's not another fire engine. Oh, you haven't. I have. So, Redruth was acquired, and I kind of knew it wasn't going to be very good. And so I spoke to our landlord at the shed, because the shed I knew of because I've been friends with the family for well over a decade now, and said, look, I don't suppose that if I cleared out a space I could put my fire engine under cover, because you know it's going to need work. And he went, I suppose. And so we drove it home, as you know in the video. You know, went down on the train, and he said it doesn't charge. So I knew I was going to have to buy batteries, but I wasn't sure how much of a drain it was going to take. And the last thing you want to do is break down the fire engine. So I took my spare batteries off Jupiter in the suitcase, which landed on James' foot, across London with them. On the train, I didn't realise how uncomfortable the chairs were, so we ended up managing to upgrade to a room. We bought the last bunk beds in the back of the train. Quite the experience. Got down to Redruth in Cornwall, and there's nothing there. The guy wasn't there to meet us. There's nowhere to charge the phone on the train, so my battery's low. He's not there. About half hour later, he turned up, took us back, and he goes, "Oh, so where are you going back to?" Suffolk. It's going to be a nice bloke and lots of mowers. So it would not start. In the video, we show it not starting. It was a lot longer than that. It took a long time to get it to start. And when it did start, getting it to run was a challenge. It was bad. Yeah, eventually got it to run. As soon as we'd driven it along the driveway, because as soon as you took your foot off the throttle, the low air light came on. You know, one of the gauges wasn't registering, but we kind of walked around and checked that both air tanks did have air in them. So it was like, it's working, and I climbed underneath it, and I wasn't going to take it. And then we opened up the lockers and saw how much kit it had in it, and I went, yep, okay, we're going to take it. And that's it. The rest of it is basically the video. We drove this thing back as it fell apart, and then took it to the shed, and that's basically the beginnings of the collection in the shed. So, yeah, that's the story of Redruth, really. Because the rest of it's basically in the video, and then the rest of it's all on the channel, really. Okay, so. Canadian Rail fans, sorry that you broke your fire engine, that's sad. Less than 1 hour to New Year, yes? I would love to drive the Steam Elephant. I would love to drive the Steam Elephant, that would be hilarious. It was outfitted with a two-tone horn and a klaxon starter. Yeah, that sounds quite hilarious. Have you got any road steam lined up for the channel? Evening. Oh, yes. Sentinel Boy, could you drop us an email, please? Because I'd love to. We've got some stuff lined up, but yes, that sounds lovely. Please drop me an email. K36s, I think, are the ones I like. It was a pocket rocket, but terrifying. Okay. Yes, I mentioned it was. The answer to... Oh, what's the answer? We were discussing this the other day, James. It's something I'd really like to do in the future. Is I want to set up a program to try and get kids involved and keep the interest, because lots of young kids are interested into like 12 and early teens, but they can't be involved in a railway. So I'd like to do something, a program that keeps kids interested and allows them to come to railway to learn stuff, to be part of it and kind of access it and actually volunteer and be part of it. Because it's what kids want. I wanted to be involved, but railways can't have you at that age. So I want to do something to kind of tide kids over, because in the intermediate years they find girls, they find cars, or boys, you know, for girls and whatever, and they stop being involved. And a lot of railways, the way that we look upon young people, especially the older generation, the old guys who've been doing it for a long time, isn't in the best light a lot of the time. A lot of the time, young people aren't viewed as being competent. It took me ages to have my opinion counted at Mid-Suffolk. You know, it wasn't until I was at least a fireman. No, I got passed out as a shunter, and then people started listening when I was a shunter and a diesel driver. But people don't listen when you're young. It's very difficult and it's very disheartening. So I don't know what the answer is. I want to make it, one of the reasons we do the videos is I want to try and make it seem accessible to people. I want people to see that they could be involved, that you can do it, and it's not that hard, and to show, to kind of transfer some of the excitement that I get from it, to kind of be like, come on guys, to all of you, it doesn't just matter to young people, it's everyone. Like, these places aren't going to survive without you. Like, we all the railways I'm part of, we desperately need more people to come and be involved and to help out with it. And frankly, it's one of the best things I've ever done. No, before I started volunteering, the idea of doing this now would have been, I would not have been able to talk to you guys. I would not have had the confidence to stand here in front of a phone talking to you magnificent people all around the world. I mean, you're all magnificent, so thank you all for being wonderful. But I was shy and timid, but it's given me so many social skills and boosted my confidence and my ability to do stuff. It's been fantastic for me. So I want to show that, and I want to show how good it is. And having an identity for a young person is so important. And it doesn't matter what that identity is. It doesn't matter whether it's football, cars, birds, trains, the army, I don't know, whatever, cycling, skateboarding, running, whatever. But an identity is so important that you're like, this is the thing that I do. This is the thing that I'm passionate about. And then going and being part of that community. I was bullied terribly at school, for being someone who liked trains. But now as a driver, you go back now and be like, the same people who would have bullied you then, you go, I drive steam trains. Son, you're cool. It's a big change. So I don't know. I don't know what the answer is, how to do it, but I want to try and help it. So yes. Evening, James from Ipswich, somewhere over there probably. Have you ever gotten to visit the Kempton Park Triple? Which one is there's? I think so. I think I know which one that is, and I think it's massive. All based in Essex. Essex is not all based in Essex. Wonderful, Sentinel Boy. That's wonderful. That's not too far at all. Might crack open a cider. Looking forward to more road trips next year. Fantastic. Is it already New Year? Not yet. Not yet. Redreef is the 11th vehicle. Yes, it ticks. Well, it doesn't really. Well, it did work at the time, I guess. Yeah, it's pretty bad. It's pretty bad. Yeah, that was pretty good. Sorry, I skipped things. It's fine. Happy 2021 from Italy. I hope 2021 is good. What's the future like? Yeah, it was. I accidentally bought a fire engine. That's how it happened. Individuals, sweet. Well, I'd be really interested, Sentinel Boy, if you could drop us an email. That'd be super. Yes, it's 11. We're no longer part of the EU anymore, are we? Complete mech on Death Road. A competent mech. Oh, so super, Trish. Thank you very much. That's useful to know. I'm always looking for people who can fix things. Oh yeah, Neil. Neil. How do I pronounce your name? Do I pronounce it Neil? I've never really got this far. Yeah, it's about the same thing. It's like, although she really supported, my mum really supported Jupiter. She thought, and still thinks Jupiter is cool. We've gone out for days in Jupiter. Redroof, not a fan of. My landlord, he walked up when we were last up there before Christmas. There's obviously we keep him out the videos, but there's a beautiful moment when I took Atlas down, when I did that shot of driving Atlas down the road, and as I disappear, he kind of appears, and he just looks at it, like looks down there. That's nice. I think forever the best moment, and I'll remember it always, was when I turned up with Viking, and he stood, didn't come out, but he just stood watching across the yard as the low loader turns up and we unload. And he was just stood there, and he was trying so hard to look angry. He was trying so hard, but he had this big grin on his face that he was trying to hide. It's the best face I've ever seen, because he was stood there shaking his head, like stood there like, but he just had this grin that was wonderful. So, whose is the Lotus? The Lotus is mine, Chris. It needs work. Funny other comments drop off during the stories. Yes, my current daily is. It's obviously not my mum's 323. Obviously not. I obviously have working vehicles. Yep. So that's that one. Hi from Shropshire. Hi, back from the fireworks. Hello, Trino. You come back. Yeah, Redroof was a lemon. It is a lemon. It needs love. That said, like Ash has climbed over it. It's not that bad. As I keep saying, the cab is totally ruined. The cab is knackered. But the frames, the suspension, everything else is okay. The engine's fine. It just needs wire. It needs the cab and wiring. That's what it needs. Map the drone railways. Steph from My Driver Classic did, so yeah, probably possible. How many vehicles do we have in the shed? Oh my god, oh god, I think we worked out the collection was 35 vehicles the other day. That's everything that we own combined, not everything in the shed. Bearing in mind, if you're not a patron, you don't know what the secret vehicles are. There are five secret vehicles that the patrons know about. So if you want to join us on Patreon, drop a link, please, Charles. Then you get to watch the video, which is somewhere in there, of the secret vehicles in the shed. And one of them's really, well, actually a couple of them are really cool. Oh, hello from 2021 for living in the future from Australia. I hope 2021 is good. How is the future in Australia? Connected to Northwest 6. Okay. People don't listen to me and I'm a trustee. Yeah, well, again, the problem, you're young. That's the problem. Well, we're young people and people don't know. That's one of the problems. Sort of, I'm feeling I've just rediscovered engines and trains at the age of 34. Brilliant. Oh yeah, it's one of the things it's desperate is to make it less than a male dominated hobby. Like seeing girls and ladies on the footplate is fantastic, or just involved, you know, in any way. Our events coordinator at the Midi is a lady at the moment, and it's great. Having a lady's touch is wonderful. The Talaclin has run all girl days where they've had the train crewed by ladies, like on the footplate, the guard, and everyone's ladies. And I think the Bluebell Railway's done it as well. And it's something we should be encouraging more because why is it a blokes thing? One of the worst videos I've seen was, I can't remember the railway, but it's a young girl who started as a cleaner and they sent her into the firebox to clean it out before they light up. And she gets stuck coming out and she gets really upset about it and is panicking and the blokes there are just laughing at her and she's really upset and she's crying. And I'm like, it's not what you do. You don't, it's a young lady who's involved. She's obviously got distress. It's not how you treat this. Oops. It's not how you treat this. It's not how you move forward. It's not how you make her want to come back. And you certainly don't post it on the internet afterwards. So I disagree with that. And I want to make it the hobby more. I want to get girls into engineering. Like, there's no reason why girls. We would have this. Or going on a tangent now, but I was having this discussion with a couple of guys on the server the other night. Like, girls' toys are rubbish. Like, blokes and kids, boys, we get fire engines and trains and stuff. Girls, you get dolls to feed and learn how to pretend to cook and stuff. Like, it's not fair. Like. And people say, oh, we should get more girls into engineering and stuff. It's like, yeah, but it's because it starts wrong with kids, with toys. Like, why are we giving girls pink things with dolly things? Because we think that's what they want. It's like, girls should have the same opportunity to play with a model train set as anyone else. Anyway. But anyway, yes, get involved in trains, Sodal, that's the answer. Glad you support me about young people. I want to do more with young people and try and get more people to do stuff in the railway. Oh God, I've missed a lot. We have a steam loco at the railway volunteer at. We have a steam loco for sale. I've offered it the ownership of the other lad. My girlfriend is going to leave me, I think. Canadian rail fan. I'd probably go for it. Loco's come along once. There's more girlfriends. My girlfriend, when I bought Jupiter, was just with a girl at that time, and I was living with her. When I went out to buy Jupiter, she went, don't you dare buy it. I went, I'm not going to buy it. I'm just going to go look at it. And I came back with this grin on my face after, because I met up with my friend Lewis. We got there and looked at this thing. And I know you should never buy a vehicle that's running. They say you should never do it. And Jupiter was sat there running. I was just like, this is a bad idea. And I looked at him and went, if it says Dennis across the front, I'm going to have it. Because the guy didn't manage to send any pictures. He couldn't work out how to send pictures. So I looked at it and was just like, yeah, we're having this. So I agreed to buy it and I went back to the girlfriend's. And she was like, you bought it, didn't you? I didn't. I told you I wasn't going to buy it. I merely agreed to buy it. That was the story of Jupiter. And she was genuinely jealous of it, like, because I love Jupes. We finished, took it to a road rally one day, a big road rally in Suffolk. It runs from Ipswich to Felixstowe. And then we parked up and I gave Jupes a pat on when she was still on the airbase. And thanks, Jupes. I love you loads. You've done a really good night. Didn't say Jupes. I said, oh, thank you for today. It's been wonderful. I've really loved it. You've done me so proud. And my ex was very jealous because I was talking to Jupes and not her. She once asked me, if I made you choose between me and the fire engine, which would you go for? And I went, well, I bought a fire engine and I'm not getting rid of the fire engine. And she went, if you buy another one, I'm leaving you. So Red Roof lived at the shed for 3 months before there was a party there, and I had to come clean before we went that I'd got the other fire engine. Funnily enough, the relationship didn't last much longer after that. Yeah. Oh, whoops! I've scrolled up massively. Yeah. So I can't remember what we're talking. Oh yeah, girlfriend leaving you. Buy a loco. That's what I'm saying. It's a stupid idea, but do it. Oh, let's Story of the Lotus. I can do that. Charles, can you sort that link out? Because I can't. All right. The start of the stream going on to how long? Yes. I mean, most of these model railway things will last, especially the older ones. Will just keep running. The modern stuff's not so good. Hello, Royal Fan Vlogs. How are you? So good to see the younger folk volunteer at my local railway at the East Lancs. Are you East Lancs, Leslie? I like the East Lancs. East Lancs is good. Before I start, the East stuff, yeah. Oh yeah, it's wonderful for especially because railways, being involved in railways has such a negative. It's weird. Like of all the things you could do as a young person, being into trains is so negatively frowned upon. It's weird. Like you could be on the streets causing trouble, could be being a hoodlum, could be into drink and drugs and all that stuff. Yeah, I'm into trains, and yet people take upon that in a negative way. It makes no sense, and so it does take an impact upon younger people who don't have as many friends because they're not popular because they like trains. So then going and being involved in a railway then does wonders for your confidence. It's fantastic. So yes, it's brilliant. Oh, good, Charles. I'm glad you're back. Oh, fair enough. Tisco 360. You probably can't hear this because you're probably gone because I'm so behind. I would like to own a not necessarily a World War one, but a simplex. I just like a simplex. I think they're great. In my church and show went for a mile and a quarter and there was no railway. Oh yeah, the North Norfolk's a super railway now. It's really super. Do agree with Lawrie, as a person in the mid-20s, we need more young people to... Yeah. Oh god, yeah. We do need more young people. Canadian Rail fan, we need more people. Which of Virkus is the most character? Without a doubt, Jupes. She is a grumpy old girl. That's what Jupes is. But I don't want to say she's my favourite because there's other things that I absolutely love, but because she's my first, the first thing I bought, and she is the reason for LMM, really. Like she's the show vehicle, and Jupes. I love Jupes to pieces. I love that machine. She's been the biggest pain in the ass, but I love her so much. I volunteered at Hedge Railway until I was old enough to volunteer, but I helped out to Model Rail. Oh yeah, that's a good thing to do, J94. All the best, Lawrie. Oh, thanks, Jay. Message child to read. Charles, sort out the linko. Name is pronounced Niall. Ah, Niall. There we go. Sorry, bud. Yes, thank you, Charles, for the link. Happy New Year, Michael. Oh, but it must be the future for you. There's a couple of heritage lines that are joining up, the Great Central and the Great Central, and the one that Alex is involved in, which I got the Cambodian. Kieran in Brighton. Oh, well, a car. Not sure. Is there a heritage part of the tram? I don't know. Happy New Year to Happy New Year to Italy. Can you see out? Yeah, the big problem is as well with kids is there's a lot of child laws that you've got to get around, and it means it's basically got to be somebody's job. As a volunteer, you're there to help run the railway. The volunteers don't necessarily want to be stuck looking after kids, and that's the big problem. Is you've got to make it a standalone job, really, to look after the kids. So that's one of the big problems. Oh, I've just sent this scrolling back up by mistake. Yeah, you've got to make it a job, and someone's got to do it. So it's hard to get volunteers to look after kids, and lots of volunteers don't want to look after kids. So it's a problem. Story of the Lotus. I can do the Story of the Lotus if people want the Story of the Lotus. Let me know in the comments if you want the Story of the Lotus. Would you daily Jupiter for a week? No. I'm probably going to do a video of dailying Jupiter in the new year, as long as she keeps running. The big problem with it is I'll just have to take all the rubbish I keep in it out, all the equipment out, because it doesn't lock. And it's a big risk and a big... I don't like to think people are going to try getting into a fire engine, but it's unpleasant, the fact that you think people might have it. So yes. Good day, Marcus. What on the 106 isn't working at an MOT? It needs various little things for its MOT. Oh, thank you. I'm glad you think the Patreon's worth joining. And yeah, if you can help us, it costs, like, you can start from £1 a month, which really isn't that much, and it makes a huge difference to us. And you get extra content and a podcast, which I've obviously been working on today, which will be out soon. I'm really sorry that I haven't got the podcast out, guys. It will be done soon. 2021 in the Netherlands. Hello from the future. They're not all mine. I don't have all 35. They're just what LMM has. The motorbike is still in Matt's shed, and Matt hasn't done any more on it. That's basically what it is. I'm really hoping that Matt's going to get it done, like during this lockdown, but we don't know. The problem is that as soon as he finished doing that video, lockdown ended, and we carried on trying to make content and carry on with stuff. There's not really been the other opportunity to, do it. See you later, David. Sorry that I probably didn't say goodbye, but thank you. There's a ban on fireworks. Sounds unlikely, because it's going to be lots here. If they're that bad here, I wouldn't want to fire someone who doesn't help out their mates in that situation. I probably missed whatever that was. My to-do list. Not to do stuff and relax. That's a good plan. Piston or Wankel? I love the Wankel engine, and Matt loves rotaries. Like, Matt's big for rotaries. The piston engine's just superior, though, isn't it? Really. It's just, yeah. Sub to Lawrie, please. Yes, yeah, do sub. Help build the channel, share the channel, all that stuff. That's very big. That does help. Where was I? Oh, God. There's a lot of comments. I am way behind, guys. Sorry about this. Sorry, guys. 2021 isn't that bad. Good. Oh, yes, to the Lotus story. Heading off, looking forward to M21. Thanks for the contact. You're most welcome, David. Suppose there's bound for... Oh, I saw that. Yeah, I'm behind. I had a wind-up train set and Matchbox cars when I was little. Never had a wind-up one. I did have lots of Matchbox. Nick, lots of lovely new people join us on the Discord. Why not join us and see a new Ian Beyond? Awesome stuff. Yes, that's a cool thing. Tons of Truckmasters. Hello, and hello to you. Mew the Enigma. I'm reminded the American model train vinyl tried marketing to girls in the 50s. Oh, it's a normal train set, but pastel colours and did so well. It's because... Why can't you just market this to girls? Like this thing coming around here. Why not? Because it's part of the heritage, it doesn't need to be pastel colours. That's what we put upon girls, saying that we should have that. Hello, Herman Channel, how are you? Girls like that have no sense of humour. Good riddance? I have no idea. Had the classics me of a car. Yes, it didn't work well for her. I was never into that. Cars and Lego for me. I've been hooked on trains since I was young. I lived in Shering. I'll go on the train. Shering was lovely. Thomas is a wonderful tool for getting people into the railway. Made the better decision. Oh yeah, I made the better decision. I'm making a career out of it. What time are you ending? Some time past midnight, whenever I feel like it. Lotus has lots of trouble using Sirius. Yes, it is. Do the subby thing if you haven't. Fly model aircraft in your spare time. Oh, that's kind of cool. You're building a Vulcan. Nice, Chris. That's very cool. The interest in locomotive and railways being a kid, and then I graduated into cars and bikes, and the wife destroyed us. Pretty much. It's one of the things, having a partner who understands it. I'd love to be part of the Steam team. Jay, yeah. I mean, there's plenty of places where you can become part of on the footplate with Steam engines. Mixed Lotus, and I agree. Trish, yeah. Lotus are interesting. Trains are... I've got a friend who's almost done his private pilot's line. If anybody could get me in a plane, I'd love to do a review of a plane, so that'd be awesome. I have East Lancashire, West Lancashire Rail, Ribble. Oh, Ribble's really nice. I've not done actually Mining Railway, and I've not done the West Lancs, but I really like the look of it. Mark 1, my 2, Mark 3, what? Jupiter is just... It's not really girlfriend, no. Jupiter's just like, I don't know, like my kid, I guess. Like, even when she's annoying and she mucks up, I still love her. That's for Jeremy. Yeah, my ex was pretty happy with the hobby. She kind of put up with it for that thing, but it took up a lot of time, and she didn't like the attention I put on the vehicle. My father-in-law, I'd work on more petrol cars. Oh, traction engines, awesome. We're very lucky. And Happy New Year to you, Nathan, 928. Yeah. 30 minutes till New Year. Nice. Yeah, the railways are a hugely part of everyone's history, really. Got massively slate massively in school for being into trucks ever since I might. Well, yeah, exactly. No, exactly. As soon as you like it, it's yeah, it's mad. My friends are 50. Oh, I skipped and it's all gone bad. Something. Wow, there's a load of comments that I skipped to the bottom and I missed, and it's whoopsie. We have buses lined up. Friends 50 and we love rail, and it's impossible to. Yeah, unfortunately, James, that's just how it is. It's something I want to do, is try and do something for guys of your age to try and keep you interested and be able to do stuff so you can do stuff. It's difficult, but yeah, it's worth waiting for, honestly, mate. It really is. We've got some buses lined up. I've got a load of buses lined up. I just need to organise it and be able to go outside again. I'm going to volunteer. Your parent or someone has to look after you while you're doing work, whatever that's. Yeah, it's true for a lot of young roads. The problem is that a lot of kids at the moment, your parents don't have the time to give up. It's a problem, you know. School, I go to school, which really hasn't changed about 1935. Myself and my friends are very retro, so I don't really find it. Oh, that's cool. It's cool that people don't really. I struggle with it. But I've had whatever tape of a steam fan. I get through from it. Oh, it's in your blood, yeah. And again, as soon as you start doing it and you're actually active with it, there's a big difference from being, you know, an armchair enthusiast and saying I like trains to being I work with locomotives. Yeah, that's a big difference. Yeah, and be able to drive stuff. Oh, Craig, that's awesome. I mean, it's not awesome that you're a bully, but awesome that you made the career out of it and done it. Yeah, there's a lot to be said about kids are terrible. Let's be honest, kids are terrible, and being different as a kid, you know, clearly, you know, I was not a stereotypical child and I was different. So being different as a kid doesn't work. I mean, it's done me well in my later life so far. I've enjoyed it, and, you know, making a career out of being strange and different. But as a kid, it doesn't work at all, and kids are terrible. So there are some festivals who are on there, so brilliant with kids. Yeah, Chippers, there are some brilliant people, and I've got some friends who looked after me when I joined. It's just the problem is that not everybody wants to do that. Also, that does help when your friends volunteer at the same railway. I love having friends that volunteer at the same railway. It's very good. We have a school teacher who runs the youth team, but it takes up most of his volunteer time now. Yeah, this is the problem. You know exactly the problem. That takes up. I mean, it's a wonderful thing to do, and I'm really glad to see that you've got one. It's just bad. Lotus Story. Okay. I wonder how long it will take you to read this, Tim. A while. That's awesome, Craig. I'm going to leave soon. Okay, so thanks for joining us. Would you consider buying an RX-8 or not? Yes, me and Matt both like RX-8 and would definitely consider one. What was the end game when you started? How many subs did you mention we're going to get? No idea. My end game is to be bigger than JM on cars. That was what I started, and that's what I want to do, because I think that'd be amusing. No, that's what I wanted. I kind of dreamt of that. We at LMM had no idea it was going to hit this stage, and the fact that you guys are enjoying it, and there's kind of, it seems to be growing and people are enjoying it, and we don't think it's going to stop growing. It doesn't seem to stop growing. We're amazed by it, frankly amazed. And the fact that this still blows my mind that you guys want to listen into this and be part of this. It's amazing. I mean, consider what we're doing. I mean, there's not a huge number of you, but it's New Year's Eve. But the fact that you've all come together, all you people from around the world, and we're all joining in on talking stories, sharing experience, asking questions, sharing things, and watching a stupid Hornby pug go around a track. But isn't it a wonderful thing, like this sense of community and purpose that we've created amongst us? It's magnificent. I'm so proud to have this channel and to have a community like you and you wonderful people who are part of it. It's fantastic. And we never dreamt that we'd have anything like this. I don't think any of us thought it would work. I don't think anybody thought. Me, Matt and Trev were talking about the other day, the concept that people enjoy watching us do stuff. It's mad, absolutely mad, but we love it. We're so happy for it. So, yeah, it's pretty good. Pistons may be more reliable, we all know running cars are boring. Rotaries are awesome. And Matt loves rotaries and wants to do more stuff with rotaries. So, yeah, not long till New Year. I don't remember my first train set, but I think I don't. My first one was the bright red Hornby child set, and then it was Smoky Joe after that. People do have narrow minds. Yes, it's true. People are busy as well. That's the other problem. Oh, I skipped to the bottom again. Oh God, I haven't caught up. I don't. Half out to round 2. Less actually. Good. That makes sense. People are married. For narrow gauge railways, are normally easier to get in, especially small ones. My dad works on the Wankel in the Imperial Museum. Oh, that's kind of cool. Lego NHS taste set for me. That's a good thing. I built a model roll in under an hour. That's much better than me as well. What's wrong with the locks on Jupiter? They don't work. There's no keys ever provided for them. Thomas and Friends, I fuel the interest of, yeah. Thomas and Friends fuels the kind of a lot of kids to get involved in, brings kids in. Chris Egengrid hates Thomas. As a volunteer at Chapel, where we have a Percy and a Thomas, I loathe them. I loathe having a lovely Bagnall painted up as in neon green as Percy. I hate it. I also hate having 54, which is a good looking engine, converted into a Thomas. I absolutely loathe it. I understand that Thomas is important, but I do draw the line at the end of the classic Thomas. The modern stuff is garbage, because the original stuff's based on the railway and based on railway stories. It's fine, but it's a good tool for getting people into the railway. That's what it is. That's what it is. The books and the original series are, but the modern stuff is just, yeah, garbage. I discovered my now wife's model trains in her bedroom. I'm sure boxed items on post. That's nice, Matt. That's really nice. That's really cool as well. I'm in my 60s now. I never deride a person's hobbies. Think these things that keep you grounded. Leslie, yeah, this is the problem. People do though, and people get kind of joy out of taking. People don't understand difference, and people fear what is different and what's not natural to them, and that's what it is. So you're not like the same thing. You know, I mean, being a young lad and not liking football, you know, you're doomed basically. Happy New Year to Wyatt. I bet your ex is kicking her. I'm not a famous YouTuber. I'm not famous, although I did get recognised on Christmas Day, and that was very exciting. Yeah, Thomas engines. Yeah, Thomas does suck now, but it brings in people, it brings in money, and brings in families. Everyone stop commenting and let me catch up. I'm trying. I'd like to growing up in the 50s and 60s, wherever school we went train spotting, yeah, and snuck into yards and stuff. That would have been great. Oliver Fox, I volunteer at rail. It's really fun to drive engine at a young age. It's wonderful, and it will set you up for life. I wish I'd started volunteering earlier. That's going to happen. Yes, the people aren't. Grew up to the transcription of the CGI bot, but I always prefer the classic series better. Again, it's still based on real stuff. As an ex-child, I can confirm the kid's terrible. Yes. Thomas is rubbish now. Please tell us. Oh, Lotus Story. Yes, sorry, Lotus Story. I'll get to the bottom and then I'll do the Lotus Story. Junior volunteer at the East Lancs. It's an incredible experience. Oh, yeah, the East Lancs is great. Oh, thank you for the donation. I just saw the donation. Thank you very much. Favorite train is Malus an engine, not a train. Remember that. It's a locomotive. A train's only when you've got wagons. What's going around now is a train, but the thing on front is a loco. And now you've learnt something. That's helped. Be cool to do a mini show. Don't get me wrong. But really? I have no idea what you're talking about, double low gauge adventures. It would be cool me. I don't know what I've talked about. I remember kids. I went to school with a lot of them. Brilliant. Engine. If it wasn't Mechanical Marvels, I don't know. I came up with TTFEC, I think. Yeah, TTFEC is what I wanted to call the channel originally, which was trains, tractors, fire engines, and cars. TTFEC. That's what I quite liked. Because I don't like it being Laurie's Mechanical Marvels now. That's why we're kind of calling it LMM, because it's not just about me. It's as much about me as it is Matt, as it is about Trevor, as it is Morgan. There is much of it. It's me. Without them, there is no LMM. So it's not Laurie's Mechanical Marvels. It's LMM. It's us. That's what it is. Yeah. There's still lots you could do, Sodor, to be involved, and the railways. There's still lots of roles you could help out with. So yes, BR black and blue looks better than a green. Oh no, Wasp Stripes and green is the right class for an 08. Oh, BR black looks good. Are you staying live after midnight? Yeah, for a bit. I mean, if people are around and want to chat, I'm up for it. I mean, you guys are what I'm here for. So, you know, it's like if you guys are around, then sure. I'll scroll to the bottom again by mistake because it keeps refreshing. Kids terrible. Kids crutches. Through time. It's your enthusiasm. Ah, thank you, Soda. Favourite loco livery? British Railway BR Blue. They put on steam engines. Oh no, it's died. No, it's not died. Oh, fantastic. It's still going. Yeah, BR Blue. They put on steam engines. It's my favourite livery. I think it's wonderful. It's what the King is currently in and what Gresley's in. I love that. Pleasure to be in the community. Yeah, it's lovely being. I love the community. I love that, Niall. That's a brilliant little bit. One of the theatres, we have the problem with the kids that are performing. Yeah, I understand, James. I've worked on the footplate. What's the smallest loco I've been on? I've done model engines, but the smallest proper engine is the Garrett at the Walsingham. It's 10.25 inch gauge, and it's a proper Garrett, which is wonderful. Jeffers isn't really doing anything part of the channel at the moment. It's basically the story of that. He's just not really involved anymore. It's basically what it is. He's taken a step back. He might come back, but he's not. Would you and the other long hairs get your hair cut off for charity? Last time I had it cut, which before the channel was, I had it donated to charity. I didn't, so I donated 8 inches of it for wigs to be made for kids who have diseases. I mean, they lose their hair, so that's what I'll probably do again when it gets longer. Happy New Year for Classic Britain. Lawrie, would you ever visit the trolley bus? Yes, I'd like to drive a trolley bus. Can anyone make that happen? I prefer watching stuff like this than surfing some commercial TV. Thank you. There's a lot of rubbish on TV. See, the building's going well, Lawrie. Too many stories. Yeah, it's not gone well, has it? I mean, it's there. It's also really complex, Charles. This kit is insane. Like, and stop what we're doing, but I thought this was going to be an easy thing to build. It's just sheets upon sheets upon sheets of complexity. It's awesome, but it's going to take me forever to build that. Yes, I was watching Cheap Car Train and they're not running, and then you do road trips around. Yeah, well, we like doing road trips. It's what we want to do. It's like the Samaritans, but so thanks. Well, I'm glad it's helping, Chloe. One of the things we want to show on the channel, and one of the things we really want to get across to people, is getting involved in railways and cars and things. There's a lot of kind of, not fear, but I guess kind of, it's a big thing to do. It feels like a big step, and it's not. It's being involved in the classic car scene is great, and you can buy good cars for not much money and something you can enjoy and have a lot of fun with. You don't need to spend hundreds of thousands of grand to buy something that's amazing. You can, like my MR2, I think it's amazing. I'd rather have that than a car that's, £50,000. Why? Because it's only cost me a couple of grand, all in to get it sorted. And it's my car, and we want to show people that you can have fun without spending a lot of money, and you can work on vehicles, and it's fun. We want to show it's achievable, it's approachable. So it's one thing we want to do. We're getting close to seeing the P2. Yes, the P2 is going to be amazing when it's running. Smoky Joe was my first. I liked it very much. Hello, Charles. How are you doing? Got any plans for other vehicles from scrapyards? There's a load of stuff I'd like to save. There's locomotives, there's tractors. I just don't have the money. So hopefully at some point. For the end of the year, Scotland and Skills, I don't remember. You're going to have to remind me of the thingy thing. Live clock, Charles? Oh, thank you. Someone can tell me when it happens. Maybe Northern Iron. Yes, Charles, thank you for sorting out the links. I've clockwork Thomas and Percy. Oh, wow, that's pretty good. I never even thought the clockwork Thomas and Percy were very good. I used to creep into Eastleigh Shed. Oh, that must have been amazing to creep into Eastleigh Shed when it was proper. no, don't you dare. Go back to where you were. Oh, there's so many more comments, and right, I'll be not happy if people rebuilt the E2 and then repaint. Private joke, it's the E2s were rubbish. That's the funny thing. The only reason Thomas is based on the E2 is when the artist asked him what he wanted it to look like, he went through his photos and went, a tank engine like that. That's the only reason. The E2s were basically a failure as an engine. East Coast team, thank you very much. Oh, living alone and spending years alone. Oh, thank you. I'm glad that it's helped, mate. I'm glad that it's made something a bit more enjoyable for you. It's the whole point of what we want to do with the community is to make. We know in these times that a lot of people are feeling alone and isolated, and we want this community to be something where people can go and talk to other people and not feel alone. So if we've helped you, then this has been worth doing. So I'm glad to have helped, and thank you very much for your donation. Hornby set with Hornby passenger set. Oh yeah, it all falls from there. One of the things I like about Hornby is the fact that you get the Thomas, and then you can run and use it on the railway and keep using it. And I scrolled to the bottom by mistake. Yay! Oh, where? I am trying to answer all the questions, guys. I really am. No, don't skip. Don't mind one of the stories of the classic style. Don't mind the field trains. They're really. Yeah, the problem is because I think for a lot of Thomas fans, they find the concept that saying that it's a she, like Jupiter's a she, Sir William McAlpine is a she. Locos on pretty much all circles when you're on the footplate. In fact, all vehicles are generally referred to as she's. So having the genders assigned to them as male and female is just confusing. But I mean, I think there should be female characters in there to kind of show that it's not just male, but it's difficult to change stuff. Hello, that guy. Sneaking to Locos sheds did have its drawbacks. We got chased by an angry fireman in Bolton MPD because of a lippy idiot that was with us. Let's say that sounds amazing. This is better than the new Top Gear. Well, thank you. Thank you, I like Pacers. And the new Top Gear isn't very good, but there we go. Getting picked out of school. Heritage Rail's got me out of the show now. Oh, wow. Canadian Rail fan. That's amazing. You're a Royal Navy engineer. Yeah, school's terrible. If you're not cool, school's terrible. But I'm glad it is. LMM Loonies with mechanical marvels. Yep, pretty much. I met the Reverend. He was apparently, the Reverend was apparently an interesting chap, but I had a ready excuse. I knew the guy in the washout hut. Oh, that does help. One thing I like about this channel is the big community around it. It's lovely, King Edward. I love the community around it. I take you out after midnight to get to the end of these questions. Yeah, Thomas, it probably will. Oh, God, yeah, we will do. Thomas costs a lot of money. Yes, Thomas costs a fortune to run. Hello, Duckman. Will be midnight by the time you finish this. Guess yeah. Because if we start changing it now, it causes problems with the YouTube algorithm. So it's just LMM. We keep it as LMM. Hope Mattel help us do it. Possibly Mattel are not good people to own it. They're very. I do believe I have this kit. Got it from my birthday. I haven't touched it yet. Too daunting. Yeah. Yeah, pretty much. This is how far behind I. Yes, I know. How did you meet Matt? I'll tell you that story in a minute. So if you want to hear the story of meeting Matt, say yes in the comments and I'll get to it in a second. 2020, I'm going to get to that. Have you ever cleaned parts in dishwasher? No, normally we do it by hands. I don't have a dishwasher. That's the other system, really. Got to cut short 10 minutes to midnight. Oh, God. Able to look back and say, oh, this is brilliant. Like, yeah, exactly. Like, having the MX-5 is awesome. It's just wonderful things to have. And what Mark 1 MX-5 is wonderful, but it's not as good as an MR2. That's the answer to that. The image cross classic. Yeah, exactly. Show maintaining. Yeah, like Ryan's wonderful things. 10 minutes midnight. I've got a good challenge for next year, but you have to buy an estate for less than and road trip around the UK with slim back. Yeah, I mean we want to do something like that. A lot less than £3,000 though. You can buy an estate for a lot less. Like 500 quid to do that. No worries. I have enough to disconnect with the whole railway side of me this year, which sucks to say. Yeah, it's hard for a lot of people not being involved in the railway. Oh, bloody hell, that was a donation. Yeah, it's hard being just getting on low. A lot of people have struggled. See you next year, Craig. Thank you very much. I think you're right, Lawrie. Thanks, Thomas. Straight line, but East Leadership was supposed to go. Oh, God, yes. Thomas is, yes. Thomas, a tank engine, Artswell Clark, certainly. Happy New Year's, lads. From Danny, thank you very much. When COVID allows, will there be an element? Yes, Ian, as soon as we can do things, we were looking at doing stuff last year. We're planning to do stuff this year. One of the places we want to try and do is Duxford, the Imperial War Museum, Duxford. So probably looking at hiring it out, to be honest, and selling tickets and having a full day there. So if it's something people are interested in, then it's something we're going to do. I found some dentist manuals and parts manuals for Jupiter. Oh, sweet. Thank you for that. Oh, yeah, I did see them. What was... Sounds... that was my first ever shout out. Oh, no worries, tech guy. That's cool. I should do Airfix model trains. I've got some wagons. I've done wagons. I've done them. They were quite good. When we're allowed out again, will there be more meet out things? Yes, there will be. They must be typing. Not to me. If you gave... Yeah, well, mine's a male thing, but I still call it... Sir William's definitely a she. She's a girl. It's too late for the LMI. It's just LMM. I had to borrow the boss's Lawrie estate to drop your truck off. Exactly, you do talk to them. Like Dupes, I speak to her all the time. I talk to all the vehicles, so... oh yeah, washing out a big engine is... Doing anything on a loco with a young lad, it's scary and awesome. Where would you like to see LMM in 5 years' time? Like way over 100k. Like I would like in 5 years' time, I want to be living on this. I want to be doing this full time and making content for you guys. And I want the team to be able to do it. I want us to be able to do it full time, making good content, 2 or 3 videos a week, and just making really cool stuff and fixing vehicles. So that's what I'd really like. Happy New Year to Underbird. Hello, Marcus. Okay, How I Met Matt. We shall do that in a minute. True, but you could change it to refer to it as... Yeah, yeah, but she's a she. And she's called Sir William in honour of her, so... Copied, use... Oh, yeah, sorry. Blah, blah. I didn't know we could turn out the streams. This is moving that New York's countdown. Getting an email about those Scottish roads in next year. Lovely, Jack. I look forward to getting it. If I don't respond straight away, it's just I'm slow to email. That's no. How did me, Matt me? Okay, we'll do that. Counting something. Nearly did that. Have you modified a car? Yes, and we're going to be doing that. Hello from a Brit in Germany. Hello, Flubberdib, I think. Any plans on getting a Hilux? Not at the moment. Oh, I caught up. Thomas, I think I'm there. I think I'm there, Kissel. Brilliant. Me and Matt. So, for you guys who don't know... 2 minutes, didn't you? I'll tell you the story of Matt after New Year, because we might as well... Am I right, guys? What is the time, anyone? My laptop reckons I've got 2 minutes to go. What does anybody else reckon? 58. Oh, it is on time. There have been times with the laptop being wrong, or you guys might have been lying to me. So, if a big event ducks at a week, my mates can yes, we're big fans. Yeah, it would be probably at a weekend to make it more approachable for people. That's the plan. Just come back from snow ploughing. An emergency call from the fire department. Wow. Oh, the Lotus story. Yes, okay, the Lotus story. We'll do that after New Year. We'll do Happy New Year, sing a song, and then we'll do the Lotus story and How I Met Matt. I haven't had for the snow plough. Could it be better than the tractor? Yeah. I hate my New Year's. Could be on that tractor. I mean, it would be fun. Normally your laptop is 10 minutes fast. Yeah, I made sure I adjusted the timey thing on it. 1 minute to midnight. What's the song? Minutes to midnight. Something. I can't remember how it goes. Happy new tier. Wait, no, we're already in tier 4. I haven't already. It's not a new tier. Oh, it's the laptop. The laptop was on the wrong thing. I told it to adjust from the interwebs. There we go. Iron Maiden. Is it 10 minutes? 12 minutes? 5 minutes? 2 minutes? I can't remember what it goes. Something minutes. It's not 15 seconds to midnight. That's not how the song goes. Right. My laptop says it's 12 o'clock. So Happy New Year, everybody. Thank you all so much for supporting us here at LMM. And thank you all you wonderful people to be part of this. Like, the question earlier, what do we think of LMM? The concept that you guys would want to spend New Year here with me when we started this is bonkers. Like, what an absolutely bonkers concept. That a load of people from around the world would want to sit and seeing 2021 with an idiot from the internet with a train set going around. So cheers to you guys. Thank you all so much for making LMM as wonderful it is. Without you guys, LMM's nothing. So thanks to each and every one of you. You guys are fantastic. Oh. No. Ooh. Did you put a wrong note in that? Did you put a wrong nought in that? I think you put a wrong nought in there. Oh, that's SEK, so I thought that was pounds. I was like, I don't even know what that is. Thank you very much. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. So, yeah, 22 on, the year the world changes even more. I was like, wow. What is SEK? I don't even know what that is. Swedish krona. That's 50 quid. Thank you. 50 quid is awesome. Thank you. That's very kind of you. That's very, very kind of you. Thank you. To be honest, I'm amazed how well the pug goes. Oh, right. So, how do we do this? For the sake of Auld Lang Syne, we're here because we're here because we're here because we're here. We're here because we're here because we're here because we're here. That's not the right lyrics, but that's what we're getting. Cool. Happy New Year, everybody. So thank you all for being part of this. Thank you for being part of the channel. Let's hope that 2021 is better for all of us. I know it's been posted a lot of time, but there is the Discord channel where there's people around at the time. So if you do feel lonely during these troubled times, there's always people to talk to. Me and the team are normally around. You can always feel free to tag me particularly if you want to talk or kind of say hi. We really enjoy chatting to you guys. So yeah, feel free to say hi. We like chatting to you guys. It's why we set it up. And there's normally people around, so there's no real reason for anybody to feel left out. So the Lotus, okay. As promised, my Lotus is possibly what might also be referred to as a mistake. Actually, no, I think that's too harsh on it. Taking it apart was a mistake. I have wanted a Lotus Elite for as long as I can remember. When I met JM on Cars and he got his Lotus, I said that I'd always fancied a Lotus, but I didn't know what it was. I just knew it was a Lotus and it was like an estate. And he went, it's an Elite, isn't it? And showed me a picture and I was like, yes, that is the car I want. I want a Lotus Elite. And he had his Evora, he had his Elise. And I kept an eye out for an Elite. And they're quite rare Elites. They come up occasionally, but there's no real way to work out what prices because yeah, they don't come up often enough. And this Lotus came up and it was for I don't know, 3 or 4 grand. And it had this horrendous bulge in the bonnet and it had all the chrome taken off. And I was like, that my friends, that is a mistake of a car. That looks terrible. I think I showed it to James and went, what a mistake that is, it's horrible. Then it came up on eBay again for less money. And I thought about it, about 2 grand. And it disappeared. Then it came up on eBay again for 1,500 quid. And I emailed the guy, I was like, look, I can't bid any more than 1,500 quid, but, you know, I'll do it, you know, and asked 2 questions about it. And it turned out that it had been his dad's car, and his dad had died and needed to get rid of it. People had come and looked at it and they'd said no. The last people had turned up, had kind of looked for it. He said, do you want a cup of tea? They went, yes. And in the time he went to get a cup of tea, they just left. Didn't say they didn't want it, they just left. So he went, look, if you take it away, like say you'll take it, you can have it for 1,500. And I went, this car I've always wanted, it's got the V8 in it. I'm sure I can sort it out and get rid of that horrible bulge. So I went down with my friend. Oh, that was the thing. It didn't run. That was it. He said it doesn't run. So I went, okay, all right. So we went down and looked at it and kind of just was going to put it on the trailer. I went down with my friend Nigel, just going to put it on the trailer and take it home and work out what we'd got. And when we got there, he was like, well, kind of looked at it and went, yep, we'll put it on the trailer. He went, well, Jane, you want to look at the engine? I was like, it wasn't going to. You said it doesn't work, but now you've said that, I'm suspicious. So got in there and reached around and went, oh, it's the red thing, I think, to open the bonnet. Reached down and there's a battery isolation key and I clicked it back and forth. And it was off. I was like, so we loaded, found the catch, popped the bonnet, had a look at it, went, yep, that's definitely a V8. Because that's why it's got the horrible bulge in it, because it's had the standard 4-pot taken out and a V8 squidged in there. So we dragged it home on the trailer. As soon as we got it back, put a battery on it, turned the battery isolation key, and it fired straight up. So we did a couple of things to it. It had a service, the alternator got changed. And I drove it around and had it on the road for about 6 months. I drove it around for, had it about and drove it about, enjoyed it. It passed its MOT, its the last MOT it needed before it became historic. Yeah, and had it looked at by one of Lotus's guys who designed, I think he designed it. He came and looked at it and kind of like pointed out some things that he wasn't very happy with where they damaged it. But I kept driving it about and kept playing with it. And then, what died on it? I think it might have been the alternator packed up, so it had to go back, and we stuck a twin belt system on it. It's something went on it. I can't remember what went on it. Oh no, the door, because it's been, whoever did it, they took the epoxy door handles off and put them so they're switches. You press a button to open the door, and the door stopped working. So I went up to my mates to sort it out, and when it came back, the belt snapped for the alternator and for the water pump. And JM was driving and he didn't stop, so it boiled over. So it then went back again, and had the double pulley put on to run the alternator and the water pump. And then kept driving it a bit, but the radiator, having boiled over, leaked. That was what it was. So we went to pull the radiator out to get it repaired. And we took the radiator out, got the radiator repaired, and when me, Morgan and Matt were looking at it, we noticed all this cracking on the inside. So we started pulling bits off to work out why it had cracked. And then we realised that it was because it had been mucked around with to accommodate the V8, they'd mucked up the whole car. And that's basically as far as it's gotten. It needs a whole rebuild, it needs a different engine, and it needs a lot of the fiberglass being repaired, because where the engine's meant to sit on the chassis rails, the radiator is meant to sit on the very end of the chassis rails, but the engine's so big that the radiator was mounted inside the fiberglass, and so as the car's driving along, the radiator bounces and vibrates, and that's cracked the fiberglass. That's the story of the Lotus. So it needs a lot of work, and it needs a new engine. Happy New Year, that guy. Thank you very much. So, yeah. Thank you very much, guys. That's very kind of you. Yeah, so got to... Happy New Year. Matt. So, Matt. I think that's the thing. Yes. Come on, guys. Level 21, yes. One of the best bargains I've seen is a V6 jack for 700 quid. That is good. Right, so, Matt. Matt and Trev. Lemons is a concept stolen from the Scrappage Rally, which is something that ran for many years, and the company Magnitude had been bought by JM on Cars before the channel became big. You know, he had this idea of running an events company as well, not knowing if JM on Cars would become the huge thing that it has become today. So we took over and ran a Scrappage Rally where we went to Romania, taking a Toyota Privia that was converted for sleeping in. Me and James slept in it and drove to Romania, donated the cars along with several teams, because it was like a commercial venture, and donated these cars in Romania and then flew home. And so we then organised to do our own ones the next year. We did Reach for the Sky, which was a very popular event. We had like 20 cars turn up for that, and you know, people booked to do it. We went to the Isle of Skye. And a couple of people who watched the channel who were local, Trev, Matt, and Top Man, who turned up for Lemons, they watched James' channel and liked it and thought they'd like to meet James and they'd like to meet me and they'd like to do this driving trip. So they bought themselves a car and joined in. And so we kind of chatted a bit during the evening, and I was in the room with them. James had a girlfriend at the time, and so he'd booked he and her a room, because normally me and him would get together, you know, away from the punters. So I was in this room with Matt and Co. With Matt and Trev. And Matt said he had got an MR2. I'd got an MR2, so we chatted about MR2s. And we basically spent most of the night, like, James moaned at me the next day that I'd stayed up at the night chatting to the guys. Like, but we've had a really nice time, like, I'm chatting to the clients. So for Trev and Matt, they were watching JM. So for them, it was kind of almost a bit like, I suppose, for some of you guys would feel like meeting me in the flesh. Yeah, they were a bit like, oh, I watch you on the internet, it's really weird meeting you in real life. And so we chatted, and kind of they were local, so when we got home we kept chatting, and then I invited them to come help clean, strip down Sir William ready for paint. And then I was like, do you want to come see the fire engine? And kind of from then they started being part of the team, and that's how I met two of my best mates, and they've been like the best friends I could ask for since then. It's been wonderful. Yeah. So yeah, that's pretty much. Yeah, that's the story of that one. Maybe, probably not a demolition derby. I wouldn't mind doing banger racing. I think banger racing would be fun with some cars that I don't really care about, but I find it really sad when they do the demolition derby. Especially yes, some of the time. So yes, sometimes you get lucky. Yeah, I've been very lucky. Like, didn't have many friends, didn't have any friends at school until high school. But meeting Trev, Matt, and then Morgan coming along they're the best mates I could ask for. Like, we all take the mick out of each other. But without them, there's no LMM. And like, as you saw earlier in the first stream, people who are here for that, we have very different tastes, like what Trev likes to what I like to what Morgan likes, but it kind of all works. And I know that if anything happened, those guys got my back, and I've got their back, and it's really nice to have people like that in your life. Like, they're a super bunch. The best thing is they've all gone to bed, so none of them will hear this. But yeah, they're the best group of friends that you could ever ask for. They're wonderful. They're all a pain in the backside as well. Oh, did the stream stop? What did I lose it with? Because I was just chatting about the people. How much did you lose? Because I was just kind of rabbiting on about Matt and about the guys. Where did it stop? Oh, banger racing. Stopped on banger racing. Okay. To be fair, it's probably the net taking a pounding from everybody going Happy New Year. This thing's getting its money's worth, isn't it? I can't even remember where I bought this from, but off it goes, earning its money's worth. I think so. I think it stopped for everybody. Oh, I love an estate. Estates are cool. Yeah, where did it die for anybody? Like, where do I need to repeat what I said, or are we kind of up to speed and everyone's cool? When is the last time? What? We both have long hair. Drop to 44, but step it back up. Okay. Don't understand. It was probably the internet then. For it stopped exactly when New Year's happened. Fair enough. Yeah, well, we are a load of softies. It's nice. I think one of the things I said to Matt the other day, he did something like, "Oh, Matt, I love you," and he looked at me and just went, "I hate it when you say that." No, he didn't. He went, "You're the worst," and just walked away. Like, that's basically him saying it back. It was lovely. But yeah, it's nice. Oh, it stopped when I used to work at the Demolition Derby and see lovely cars being broken up in the Demolition Derby. I used to work in the fast food store, so doing cooking donuts and cooking baked potatoes. Yeah, so yeah, and lots of cars being broken up, which was very sad. So yes, when was the last time I had short hair? When I went to sixth form. So when I went to sixth form, I meant to have a haircut from year 11. So I was 15. Over the summer holiday, I was meant to have a haircut, but I didn't. So it was kind of like long, floppy-ish, you know, the Grebo look, the skater boy look. And I just didn't get around to having it cut. And when I went to sixth form, I met a chap called Noel who had long hair. And I was like, yeah, that's kind of cool. So I just grew it long and put it into a ponytail. So about 15 years I've had long hair. Do you play any instruments? I'd like to play the drums. I don't have the control to play the drums, though. I can't do the knocking the hands and things. I've got a bass guitar that I tried to learn and used to play. My friend had a guitar. I had a bass guitar. And we used to jam and make music, but that's been years away. I should call JM right now. I haven't got a clue what JM's doing. Hello, Trey. Oh, how is it in the past, Trey? Yeah, like, it's 2021 here. Like, we got all the cool stuff. Yeah, I think it is. I think it's one of the things we've got. The LMM's got a lot of things we don't have. We make up for actually having genuine mates and enjoying it. So yeah. Oh, see you later, Hermans. Hope you've enjoyed it. Hello, WDS Chad. No worries. Well, thank you for joining us for Full Stop. Will you do more vids on Steam locos? Yep, lots more lined up. That means you'll be great at drums. Any plans for New Year's? Yes, doing this. Or do you mean any plan for the new year? We have lots lined up for the new year. It's mental. Music am I into? Kind of generic rock, bit of alternative, that kind of stuff. What time is it? Time? What temperature is it, Trey? Because it's cold here. Source, a self-taught percussionist. Oh, fair enough. Sushi is on the way. I don't do sushi, bud. Oh, I wish I could do the piano. I wish I could. I'd love to learn violin, to be honest, or fiddle, but just time. Out of all the vehicles you have owned, which are your favourite? Well, I'll be honest, guys. There's only 4 vehicles that I've owned that I've got rid of. One was the Mini Metro. One's something that will be coming up on the channel for the patrons in the not too distant future. One is the MGZS that me and JM had, and the other is my first MR2 that got smashed. Everything else I've still got. So, all the vehicles you have owned, and the favourite, I can't really choose a favourite, but it's Jupiter. I mean, it's either Jupiter the 35 or Sir William, really, or the MR2, or the 106, or the NX, or Humpty, or Jeb, or the Turbo MR2, or the MR2, or Red Roof, because that's hilarious. Yeah, or the Moggy. Yeah. Bass and Trains, yes. That's pretty good. Kurt TV, yeah, I'm still chatting to people. Oh yeah, everything is better now. Like, everything's fixed now. It's 2021. The virus is gone. Like, everything's fine. To be as much as this year, I've had a good year. To be honest, I've had a lot of good fun. Have you been watching the new Star Trek Discovery season? No, I have not. I have not seen anything. 14C. Wow, that's warm. Oh, you're having a good 2021 then, Alex. Brilliant. Yes, I do. It's the rear end is the old one, the front door, all the interior, various bits of trim, the dash, I think. No, the dash is the new one. Was the steering wheel, but I'm replacing that. Most of the exhaust, the leaky exhaust. So yes, quite a bit of my old one lives on in the new one. They all have a special place in my heart. Yeah, exactly. If I had to... Matt, I would buy another vehicle first and crush that vehicle first. How did you get Humpty out of the van? You see it in the video, I just drove it down the ramps. Gonna try and get on a rail tour this year. I might go see them. I'm not planning to see it. Not seen Mandalorian. I've enjoyed this year because it could come. Oh, well, I'm glad that you've enjoyed it, WDS Chad Walker. I'm glad you enjoyed the content. We got much happening. What happened to the what? I don't know. Sky asking to sign in 50 times. Oh, that's done. Oh, the Rolls Royce. There's going to be a video on the Rolls Royce coming up. I was talking to the owners of it. So basically the story of the Rolls was, it was never mine. I was looking after it. It was mine to look after. They gave it to me to look after. That was basically it. But it had so many little things wrong with it. I was scared of taking it out because it kept leaking petrol and oil and water. And the brakes weren't right. So I sent it. It went back to them to have some repair work after it failed. So we did a couple of things with it, and after it went back, they were like, "Actually, no, we're going to keep this." That's what it is. But it's going to appear on the channel in the not too distant future. Hopefully, some of the link in venture. I'm hoping we can get to the US. That'd be very good. The original sprout. Well, we've got bikes. Bikes are going to happen. I want to get my bike done for this year. The snakes are bad at making tea. Yep. It's 1 or 2 here. I need to go to bed. Good night, all. Yes, see you later, Copper Ties. Thank you for joining us. Which vehicle costs the most to repair? I don't keep tabs on how much it would just be too depressing in to work out how much they've cost to repair. Probably so. It'll be Sir William. By the time Sir William's sorted, it'll be Sir William by a long way. See you later, J94. Stay safe. Thank you for joining us for the stream. You've got good news. Well, I'm glad you got good news. I want an Allegro. I really want an Allegro. And if someone finds me an Allegro for cheap or wants to send me an Allegro, I would look after it forever because I like that. It's a problem with teaching piano is I don't have the time to learn it. That's the problem at the moment. I'd love to learn it, so thank you for the offer, but it's time. Oh yeah, the Dean Forest is good, and it's good to see they're running. So, how's it going? It's going okay. We're still here. Thank you for looking after the community. We appreciate it. No worries, Nicholas. Thank you for being part of the community. This whole point of doing this is like making people happy. Mate, if we weren't making people happy and they weren't enjoying it, we wouldn't do it. So thanks for being part of the community and thanks for enjoying the content. We're having a real blast making it, so thanks for being part of it. It's pretty super. Would you consider getting a Porsche? Yes, I would. I really want a 944. I really want a 944. Happy New Year, Jack. Have a good night. Do I live alone? Why have you stopped? Don't know what you stopped. How do you think electric locos? Oh, I'd missed that. I missed a bit. Go on, mouse, come back. Thank you. How do you think electric locos will manage when entering preservation? Not well. I think we'll save some of them. But, you know, having lines where you can have the overheads is just not going to happen, I don't think. When this COVID thing is over, I'm crossing the pond with my 8mm film camera to film some of you on the trains. Good idea. There's a lot of good stuff over here. Let us know when you come over. Seen cheap one on Facebook Marketplace, also a cheap one in there. Okay, if it's very cheap, I'd be interested. I've watched this channel for a couple of years, and I really like this community and the people seem to love watching the trains around the country. It's brilliant, King Edward. It's just super. Oh, Corvette. I can't prove that, but some of them. Right. Yes, I will see you later. Happy New Year to you, Chad. Discovered the bags of red wrist selling up. That's me laughing for 5 minutes. The best thing, Kieran, is people have bought them. Well, we've actually sent about 4 off. Well, we put it up there, and then they kind of, like 3 disappeared, and we're like, oh, we better limit this, otherwise we're going to give away the whole fire engine. Thanks, Charles, for the links. May I jeopardize a Ford? Oh! Leslie, I love Sierras. We had one growing up. That's my mum's car when we grew up. I love the Sierra. We had whatever the estate was, a grey estate, but I love Sierras. In fact, at some point, I'd be really interested in doing a review of a Sierra to see if it lives up to my memories and if I love it as much as I think I'm going to. So if you're interested, I'd be very interested in doing a Sierra. Oh God, stuff's happened already. By the way, this is non-alcoholic. I don't drink. This is alcohol-free. Where do I get my cars from? Some come from people. That's a stupid question. I bought from eBay, Facebook, and Gumtree. Some of them I have just been in the right place at the right time and talked to a person. Some of them I found, and then kind of like in the scrapyard or case of Jeb. And some of them and stuff that's going to be coming in the new year is because I've met people and been offered stuff. So that's where they come from. I have an idea how it could work with electric locos. Big batteries, that's the pretty answer. I'm quite like in chocolate brown, so I'd love it. Oh, fully separated. Oh yes, to try. Which vehicle would I convert to electric? None of them. And then as soon as you convert them to electric, you lose their souls. Ferry Mississippi. Oh, it does. I've been to Ferrymead. I've been there. Yes, I've been there, and I totally forgot about it. I loved it very much. That was fantastic. We might look at doing giveaways in the future. Yes, that's something that's going to happen. Happy New Year, Andrew. Electric engine could pull a generator car. Yeah, that's a good point. I've never used the bar to start. Look out, race, taking delivery, 3 paces, 2 hours, 7 months restoration. Which one is that, Niall? I can't remember which one is yours. I know that there's a load of paces around now. I want to drive them. Electric is most of its time in preservation stored in sheds. Pretty much, yeah. Happy New Year to Philip. LMM after hours. Yes, James, we're still here. Someone say bags of rust. They're pretty rusty. Oh yes, because you've got one, haven't you? So we had 4 Sierra State. I would love it, but it just went rusty. It just went completely rotten. I quite like the Escort Cosworth. I really want a Sierra Cosworth. The Escort Cosworth is pretty cool, but they're worth far too much money. Especially the Sierra Cosworths are worth stupid money. The LMM wagon, there will be a video. We need to test our shop because it's going to be on sale on our shop, and we need to make sure our shop can cope with it. That's the thing we need to test. As soon as that, there'll be a video coming out going, this is what we're making, this is the design stuff. Pre-orders here on our shop. Once we get 100 orders, I will then start a clock ticking for 2 weeks, and at the end of that 2 weeks, that will be the number of wagons that gets ordered. There won't be any more. And that's what's going to happen. We just need to finish it off. Hello, Herman. Shannon got back again. That was Sean. And yeah, don't worry, Nicholas. It's no problem. What controller do you use to drive Model Trains? At the moment, we're running on the Bachmann standard, whatever it is. Although there's other ones. We'll be doing a video on Transformers later. I know, stunningly exciting, but it is interesting the difference performance you get off stuff. Oh, thank you very much for that. That's very kind of you. I'll say thank you to that once I get down to that. I'm still trying to catch up with everyone. What's your favourite model locomotive? Do I have a favourite model locomotive? I've got a Flying Scotsman model, and that's what got me back into model railways. So it's probably that. Well, I don't know. There must be something else I've got. Don't know. I don't know. I have to think of that. I can't think if there's anything I've got that's a particular favourite. I've got to clear the shed on my old Lotus. Oh, yes, Alex. I love receiving stuff like that. Yes, thank you very much. I like doing yeah, I like doing that kind of, I like stuff like that, and also put it onto the internet and showing people. Died of Leslie. I have no idea, Stuart. Ashley, happy New Year, Ashley. What is Atlas like to drive? It looks like she might. It's not that fast, but it's great fun. I very, very, very much enjoy it. Fun fact: they're also running the Shunted mixed train. Sweet. I want to get back there and I want to do some stuff with them. I want to drive stuff. Wensleydale. I'd like to do Wensleydale. Because when I can get over to New Zealand, hopefully, probably 2022 at this rate. Hopefully, would love to do something there. Thank you very much, Soda. That's very kind of you. I hope so. They had to actually earn money out of YouTube. That'd be good fun. Lima Class 55. Do you have any Lima? I think the 47's Lima. And there is another Lima engine sat just off shop. You've not seen it yet, so you have to wait for the video of that. I do like the Lima. Lima did good stuff. LMS Red, any Apple Green, Apple Green. Depends entirely on the locomotive, guys. That's the thing. Apple Green is probably my favourite, but it does vary entirely. I'm friends with the time of the Cosworth. Oh, that's cool, Ian. Any Fizzler going? What? No idea. I love the rare classic Leyland Atlantean Estates model bus. Oh, okay. I do like. I love any of the old buses that have the kind of just look designed and look pretty. Small local guy. Happy New Year to you. What do you need to order for what tray? I didn't. Up to Erin Goal. LMM should get a caravan to use care shows full kit out. I mean, we'd need something to pull the caravan that works. That'd be a good idea. Are you allowed to ask why I don't drink? Yeah, I just don't like it. Basically, that's the answer. It's not like I've never been drunk. I've been to too many parties with my friends as I was growing up that I was the driver and I didn't drink. So, we had friends that lived in the sticks. So in case something happened, I didn't drink so I could keep driving. So people get absolutely hammered and just went, I don't really like the idea of that. I don't really like the taste of alcohol. So I don't drink. And now I haven't had anything to drink since I was 16, I think. Yeah, I think so. So it's got to the stage now of it's principle. I think it's the government that's named this coastline for the LNR. Yes, I think it's very strange it's the LNR. Favourite film, what did I watch the other day that was brilliant? Can't remember what it was called. We'll go John Wick I really enjoyed. I watched something else the other day I really enjoyed, but I can't remember what it is. Oh, lovely. Photograph the box, Alex, that'd be lovely. I would love to do something with the Rodney Hytham Church. That would be wonderful. Would you be up for making a double scale version of the shed? Probably would. It would be a pain in the backside to do. Hello, Scottish Railway Maniac. I'm fine, thank you. Happy New Year. I got him to drink sweet tea last year, so maybe next year I'll get him to try some moonshine. Nah. Sweet tea with the fizzy stuff worked all right. That's put you off for life, Charles, yeah. This year, the Patriot project, and hopefully we finished. Yeah. The Patriot, I think, is lovely. Yeah, it'd be interesting to see the Patreon. It's, yeah, just, I think it'd be pretty cool. It's a cool engine, isn't it? And important as well, and I like the fact it's the Unknown Warrior. Do you keep your car stock or you put a body kit on it afterwards? Depends what the car is. Mostly they'll all get converted. I'm not too bothered about keeping them original. Empty, it's not beer, it's Kopparberg non-alcoholic cider, and it's been off shop for the whole time. I've just been drinking it throughout the stream, and now it's empty. I haven't drunk this year either, no. I didn't mind the GNER. I quite like that. It was a nice throwback. Calling it LNER again, I'm not too happy with. So yes, so I'm guilty as charged. We have 13 hours of day. Yeah. Okay. Happy New Year, Ben. Happy New Year, other Ben. See you later. Got to go now. Yep, that's fair enough. I'm going to go. Would you get any new locos in 2021? Model Railway locos? Yes. Well, there we go. It just stopped. Yes, there's a load of new stuff coming up on Lawrie Goes Loco. And there's Lawrie Goes Little Loco, rather. There's 3 engines down there, and there's other stuff. There's loads of new stuff, actually. So, yes, another box turned up from Edward. So that's going to be revealed. So there's lots of stuff. When's the next episode of Lawrie Goes of what, Brooke? See you later, Ben. Happy New Year to Brian. When's the next episode of what? Have you got anything planned for what, Ben? For the channel? Oh, thanks for the link, Sonia. Yes, of course, guys, if you want to help us and support us on Patreon and help the channel survive, that'd be wonderful. Oh, it's only £1. You get extra stuff, and my undying gratitude. We really do appreciate it. If you want to start 2021 off to a good start, support a small little channel on Patreon and make their year. Thanks, guys. Anything planned for the channel? Yes, Ben, loads planned for the channel. Loads and loads planned. I don't really watch any other channels, to be honest, guys. I don't really have the time. If you could model train properly, 86 and avoid. Oh, if I could, you'd have that. How long will the stream be? I'm going to finish it soonish, basically. Happy New Year, Lawrie. Look forward to more vids. Thank you. There's lots planned. Come join us in the server. I hope we can do members meet this year. Yeah, it should happen. I hope it should. LMM should buy a, I don't know. Oh, you upgraded to £5 a month. Thank you very much, Stuart. That's very kind of you. LMM should buy a tank. At some point we would. If Lawrie Goes to Loco, it'll be in 3 weeks, I think, if that's right. It's a good one, though. I'm looking forward to doing it. Well, I'm looking forward to releasing it. My dad was a locomotive fitter. Yes, I am feeling my love steams. Brilliant, Flobberdob. I'm glad you're enjoying the railway videos. Great to be a girl who's into steam. Good for you. Very good for you. We need more people like you in the hobby. Are you going to soon? It's late for what? Yes, it's getting late. I will do. How has it got to 12:30? Currently binge watching your channel, everything on it. That's why I'm here. Engine noise is showing us fine. Oh, thank you very much. I'm glad you're enjoying the channel. Thank you very much, Ben. That's super kind of you. And thank you, Lewis. Thank you for supporting us on the Patreon as well. Right. Finished? No, yes. Would you like to see the Napier Delta use more locos? Yes, because it was a good engine. On the other hand, the Deltics did what they needed to do, so there wasn't really kind of the need to see it in other things because it was in the Deltics. Cool. Please don't end soon. I'm going to end soon because I'm knackered and we've been streaming for hours. Can't wait to visit some railways. I can't wait to visit some railways. Yes, thanks, Charles. That's very useful. What's the best sounding loco? 294266. Will you get a proper layout and stuff? The loft's not really suitable here for it. We have plans for a layout to be made permanently. It might be some time though. So at some point, yes. There we go. Take a cup of kindness yet for the sake of Old Lang Syne. All that. We're on this late. I'm tired. I am tired. I'm just kind of enjoying chatting to you guys. Happy New Year, everybody. I'm off now. Yes. Well, you've been around Seeking, Lawrie. It's been nice to see you, Lawrie. Anyway, but thanks for joining us, Lawrie. It's been a pleasure, and Happy New Year to you too, mate. Is there any chance I get? I don't know, Sodor. I don't know. I have no idea. The best thing to do, I think, would be drop them an email at Teespring and say hi. They'll probably be up for it. They're pretty nice people there. Okay. Pro the Sands of 55 or 30, 37s are pretty good. Cool. Right, we'll probably wrap this up at 1:45, I think. That's fair enough. So that gives everybody like 7 minutes more of this. And then we'll call it quits because it's been a decent night. But I am getting tired. And, you know, I actually need my beauty sleep to be able to get up in the morning and do stuff like finish the podcast for you lovely Patreons, which I promise I'll get out early next week. Promise. Clun Castle is lovely. Yes, I know, Kieran. I don't understand how it's got to this late either. Last time I checked the time, it was like 10 o'clock and we restarted the stream, and now it's like, how has it got here? But, you know, it's good fun doing this, isn't it? Oh, yeah, because you bought a silly big one, didn't you, son? You bought, like, the biggest one you could. How's Morgan? I assume he's asleep now, because he left ages ago. Sean, happy 2021. Do get the hoodie. I got a hoodie for Christmas. Hoodies are great. They're really nice. Can you? I don't have another loco out. I wasn't planning on running the loco. it's the only loco I've got ready for out, and then the other ones are all waiting their reveal on the channel. See you later, Herring Goal. Have a good start to the year. Thanks for joining the stream. I love the one that you got as well, Sandra. It was a great choice. Love to watch the loads of fireworks. Yeah, it's always good when to watch one. I do kind of need some beauty sleep. I've got plans for tomorrow. We've got filming to do and videos to do. We're looking at doing patches for overalls. So that's one of the things that should be coming out when I get around to organising it. So you can put LMM patches on overalls. Because that would be good. Don't miss Bombog. Oh, sorry for distracting you from working on the Regal and the Bombog, Lewis. Yeah, I understand you obviously have better things to be doing than working with us. I am not watching the Doctor Who special because I've got stuff that I need to be doing tomorrow. Oh, thank you very much, 888 John O'Mac. Much appreciated. Glad you're enjoying it. Yes, so on patches is what we're doing. I have got a Smoky Joe, although, I mean, that's effectively Smoky Joe, isn't it? It's the same body. We just run amazingly, considering that's been running basically the whole stream. It's done very well. I am overly impressed with it. In fact, if anything, it's running a bit better now than it was when it started. Yeah, look at that. It was still around there, but... plasma cutter. Plasma cutter and an engine mount. Yeah, I volunteered with the traction engine for a year before I got involved at the Mid-Suffolk Light Railway. So I went out, took it on road runs, did stuff with it, and then got involved with the railway. That was that. The biggest O-gauge loco I have. Oh, well, that would be telling you, wouldn't it? The biggest O-gauge loco I have is only just fits on Skull. Is Jupiter on? Brock, have you seen the Christmas Day video that went out? Because if you haven't, I recommend go and have a look at that, and that will tell you the answer to the question, Brock. And 3 hours of chat to get rid of me. Right, your shelf collapsed. That's pretty bad. Maybe you should get... Oh, yeah, that's what it's something we will be doing, is buying stuff on eBay and fixing it up. Oh, and then just like that, it's... Oh, no, it's back. I was going to say, just like that, it died. But it didn't. I do threshing with traction engines. That's cool. I Smoky Joe, Blue Smoke... well, if not maintaining it might have helped, yeah. If you came to Australia, what railways would you like to visit? Particularly the Puffing Billy. I'd like to do that. Happy New Year to you, Chris. Ah, Chris, you joined us. Happy New Year, mate. And thank you again for this year, last year. That was very good fun. Window stickers. Yes, stickers are good. We do stickers. We do stickers. Although we're redesigning them because the ones we did were too big. You got an O-gauge turbo motor. I don't think the turbo motor would fit. Peninsula roll inch scale. 2 O-gauge Gentis, not bad. And the O-gauge Genty is very good. And of course Jupiter Rises is good as well, yes. Fave band, Foo Fighters, I think. Yes, Ian. Yes, actually we do. I went to meet somebody last year. Hopefully we'll be able to arrange that for this year to happen. There's a lot to arrange for this year. There's a lot going on. And so yeah, it's pretty good. Have I got what? I don't see what it is. Run the train while you talk. Oh yeah, she can keep going for a bit, can't she? Oh yeah, 2800s are quite big. See you later, Flobdob. Happy New Year. Oh, the Flying Scotsman with the double chimneys. Oh, that's always a nice model. Oh, thank you for signing up for the Patreon, Sodar. Much appreciated. Thank you. It's very, very kind of you. Okay, see you later, Kurt TV. Have a nice one. And thank you for joining us for the stream. And American volunteers as brakeman are traction engine operators. Amazing how pretty clear. We have some, yeah, we really do take care of our engines over here. It's wonderful. I haven't driven a Ginty. I fired the Ginty, and it was one of the best things I've ever fired. It was wonderful. Right now, so it's right. See you later, Jack. If you kiss it all, it's on the reason buying stuff. Happy New Year from Ireland. Yeah, the turbo motor is far too big, so I don't think it would fit on this anyway. Right, as it's 2 minutes to, this is stopping. Happy New Year to everybody. Thank you all for joining the stream. I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope it's made things better this new year, this very strange new year, better than it could be in other ways. As you've probably seen, there's the links to the Patreon if you want to support us. There's the links to the Discord if you want to come and chat to us. And there's the links to the Teespring if you want to buy some of our merch and help support the channel there, because we have these wonderful shirts, hoodies, mugs, all kinds of stuff. So if you want to go and buy a load of stuff, we don't make much money on any of it because we want to try and keep it affordable for people, because we want you guys to enjoy the merchandise, really, and kind of go out and wear it and show it off because it's good advertising. So go and advertise LMM, everyone. So yes, how do I link it? Trev will deal with that. Drop us a message on the Patreon and I'll get Trev to sort that out. Oh, I didn't see what everybody said. There's so much messages. Lawrie is the best. Nice, thank you very much. Oh God, there's so much stuff. It's not easy getting YouTube growing. You've done really well. Yes, I'm really impressed. Thank you very much. Don't have lunch. Oh yeah, of course, guess what? I can't forget you're that far. Sleep well, buddy. Oh no, have a nice lunch. I'm going to sleep. That's what it is. Happy New Year, Boris. Sorry, thanks for joining. See you later, Ian. Have a great 2021 East Coast team. Laurie's a beast. How do I link it? Yes, Trev will sort that out on the Discord. Goodbye, Chris Noble. Just a tonic for those alone tonight. Well, I hope it's helped Ian. Watch the music for. Want to use the music in a future video? What music? I don't know what music it is. Somebody let me know what that is. Happy New Year. It's a great stream. Glad you enjoyed it, Leslie. See you later, Trino. Bye, Charles. Bye, James. Bye, Colin. Get the pump working. It will get working this year. See you later, King Edward. Oh, I'm trying to say goodbye to people. I'm just going to say good night and just. Yes, right, if I basically am scamming through this, see you later, everybody. Happy New Year, because there's too many comments. So, thank you very much for joining us, guys. Thanks for the stream. Thanks for supporting LMM. Happy New Year. We have so much lined up for the channel. There's a load of stuff we want to do. There's a load of stuff that might happen. There's a load of stuff that already happened. And hopefully we're going to get the channel be bigger and 50k, guy. That's what I want for this time next year. I want it to be 50k. So let's try that, eh? Share the channel around, help us out, and yeah, help the channel get to that kind of stage, because then we're proper, and I'm going to be proper impressed. Happy New Year, everybody. Thank you for joining me for the stream. I hope it's made it entertaining. Thanks for supporting us. Thank you to everybody who's donated. I really, really appreciate that. That's super kind to you guys. Thank you so much. Thank you to everybody as well who has joined the Patreon. Thanks to anyone who's been to the T-Sport. Thanks for everyone for being involved. Thank you for being wonderful people and being part of this lovely community. And thank you for joining us. It's been really pleasant. Oh, and just finally, before we disappear, have any of you people managed to be here the whole time? Did anybody actually manage the whole stream? Because I'll be well impressed. And on that note, I'm going to turn it off. So, nicely done, guys. That's good. Yes, I need good luck to hit 50k, won't I? Oh, thank you, you wonderful people, for being here the whole time. That's pretty magnificent. You guys are wonderful. In fact, you're all wonderful. Thank you all, guys. Happy New Year. And the video coming out on Thursday will be the highlights of 2021, and then we get back into our normal schedule. So with that, guys, Happy New Year. Boop, 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 boop. And end the stream.